What's up, everyone? This is Goldilocks, former TNA backstage interviewer, manager, and you're listening to TNA Cross the Line podcast. Thanks for being here.
TNA Wrestling, Cross the Line.
And we're back with episode 75 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I'm Bob Colling Jr. With me, as always, is Dallas Gridley. In Dallas, it is the final show for NWA-TNA in 2003. And by God, they are going to go out with a potential bang because, as AEW Twitter would say, boy, is this card stacked.
Dude.
Sting. Our boy Sting, one of Dallas's favorite wrestlers of all time. I think he cried when Sting won the NWA World Championship at 1990.
Yeah.
He also was devastated when Sting was attacked by Vicious Dogs at Great American Bash 1999. He almost couldn't live with himself when he was set ablaze at Great American Bash 2000 by Vampiro.
Okay, that one, you might be onto something with that one.
That's what I thought. He gets an NWA World Title shot against Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
Bob, actually, we don't know if it's a world title match.
I thought they said this is for the title.
We don't know for sure. That is part of the hook for the show tonight. That's actually in my notes. It's part of the hook. We don't know if this is going to be a title match or if it's not going to be a title match.
These rat bastards. I went into this thing that this is for the NWA World Title, and now you're telling me, well, they did technically say it was.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
But it's pretty big, and the only thing that kind of sucks about this, and maybe it's because, you know what, dude, we're marks. We just got to read the dirt sheets and, you know, all that kind of shit that we do here on the TNA Cross the Line podcast. And we know this is the final date, technically, that Sting signed for. He had four appearances, 4 matches, and we're making sure that shit's in by the end of 2003. And I think that kind of sucks.
Well, here's the thing. If it's a non-title match, Sting's for sure winning, I guess. Well, I would imagine. But if it was a world title match, I don't see Sting losing.
Right. So, okay.
The non-title, he's winning clean. Title match, he's probably winning, but like count out or something.
Dirty, and then has one more match where he puts over Jarrett in 04. I think they could talk him into doing one more if they gave him the belt.
Yeah, well, that's trick. That's trick.
Although Sting, I don't know. From what I see from Sting, I don't know if he doesn't want to work. If you're like, but Sting will give you the NWA title. I feel like Sting wouldn't really give a shit. Like if he doesn't want to work, he's okay. He doesn't. That's not like Hogan where it's like, well, I gotta add this to this is the only one. Yeah, and if he wasn't like a little bitch, he would have done it.
This is the missing link of my career.
Right. So, I don't know.
Well, and a couple of other things that we at least know, and maybe I'm even forgetting something. As my fucking browser went weird here. We have a cage match tonight. 6-man cage match.
Yep.
Abyss teaming up with the Red Shirts, Kevin Northcutt and Legend, to take on... This is the last time for sure. One night only return.
One last time
reunion.
Never teaming together ever again. One night only.
That's it.
It's done tonight.
Never gonna happen again.
No.
Just like that, you know, I'm not gonna hook up with my ex-girlfriend. This is the last time. I'm not going back.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So that's pretty. I mean, a cage match. So we have a cage match and Sting on the same show. And we do know one.
I don't know if that's even ever happened in the history of professional wrestling. Sting and a cage match.
Well, I guess maybe not.
Well, no, because if he's wrestled in a cage match, then you get both of them.
Oh yeah. But you know what? That takes away from the spectacle. We get Sting and a cage, not Sting in a cage.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you get more bang for your buck when it's two things instead of like two and one. Okay.
Well, and we have a third thing that we know about for this show, and that's that Loki will be getting an X Division title shot against Michael Shane. And I think there's only one right decision with that match. And that's just take the belt off Michael Shane.
Well, I think it's a tough thing to even picture TNA agents going up to Loki and be like, "Gotta lose tonight to Shawn Michaels' nephew."
Yeah,
cousin.
Did you know that he's Shawn Michaels' cousin?
Yeah, did you know?
Did you know that? He'd be like, I don't give a fuck.
I am the Warrior's way, and I will not lose to no man, because I am Loki, and I take my job very, very seriously.
That's literally what he sounds like, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, I don't know, man. At those three matches alone, I'm buying the show.
And to think Loki's real name is Brandon.
I like Loki better.
Yeah, I do too. No, I think that this would be, just going into it, just knowing those few matches, this is probably one of those shows where it's like an easy, I'm gonna check it out. Because you have the Sting factor. Sure, it's against Jeff Jarrett for like the 15,000th time, but there's that. And then, as everybody knows, whether it's on here or IcoPod, I am a sucker for a fucking steel cage match.
Well, can't you be? Cage matches are fun. Especially the kind where they get out of the cage and then don't wrestle in it, which the cage is supposed to keep them in. And then, like, someone gets thrown out of the door and, like, misses a door right in front of you, right onto concrete.
Right. In a shopping mall.
In a shopping mall.
Yeah, former Macy's.
Anything is possible in wrestling.
Yeah. It's quite interesting business,
right.
I guess.
Well, Bob, last week's show, you were in the middle still, but I caved, man. I broke my streak, and I gave it a thumbs up. I thought it was a pretty fun show. So, in turn, it makes the show a thumbs up show. I broke the tie.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it works.
Yeah. That's how it works. So I'm hoping we can end this year strong. But, I mean, can you even believe that it's the end of 2003?
No.
I can't believe it. We will reminisce more on our 2003 review show, but I just can't believe that we were at the final show of 2003. We watched a shit ton of shows this year, Bob.
Yeah, and what's funny is in 2004 we're nearly going to double that.
Yeah, we are. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that.
More details to come in 2004.
Oh,
but it's gonna
be
fun.
It's gonna be, as Jeff Jarrett would say, it might be a summer of no worries.
It's gonna be a summer of something, and I'm hoping that it won't suck. But we will cross that bridge when we get there. But I think it's safe to say, Bob, we're gonna be making an impact.
How do you not sit there and say, we'll cross that line when we get to it instead of cross that bridge?
I don't know. I wanted to make an impact joke more, but no, that's. Oh, I see. Okay, no, my fault. My bad.
See,
actually, listen. I need to get something on my chest quick too. Now that you just said that, because I've been thinking there's been something bugging me since we were in the 30s. Okay, pay-per-view 30s. There was one episode. I'm gonna go back.
It's fucking 40 episodes ago, but okay.
Yeah, it's been bugging me though since.
Wow. Okay.
And I've been meaning to go back and find which I want to say it's pay-per-view 34. I don't know.
Okay.
But you started off the show in like a wicked good way, and I was like, damn, I think that's got to stick, and it never stuck. You only said it once.
Oh, what was it?
I don't know. You said something of like,
are you ready to cross the line?
Yeah, something like that. And I was like, oh, damn, I got to tell Bob to keep doing that. And then I never did. And it only was in one of the 30s. I don't know which one. I'm going to find out.
I feel like I would say something stupid like, "Are you ready to cross the line?"
And I was like,
with TNA Cross the Line podcast. I'm not gonna do it.
No, it was like when you hit 3, 2, 1 play, like get ready to do it, like ready to start the show.
Like watching the show? Yeah,
when you were getting ready to watch the show.
So not the opening to lead into this part, but the actual live watch.
Yeah, it was good. I'm glad I just got that was a big weight on my shoulders. It's been bugging me for 40 episodes.
And so much so you don't even remember what I said.
Well, because I haven't gone back and figured it out.
Yeah, but I feel like whenever someone says or does something that greatly impacts me, I definitely remember like exactly what they did.
Well, we'll get there. Anyways, I want to talk about last week's show, Bob.
Well, then do it. Because
last week's show, I had a lot of fun. So I'm going to run down the card quickly. And then I got some news, I got some notes, I got some fun stuff, and we got some stuff during the show. Have no fear. It's not as much as last week. Last week was very heavily filled. There's less Hogan talk and more TNA talk, and that's what I'm all about. So last week's show on December 10th, pay-per-view number 74, featured the following matches. Kid Cash defeated Don Harris in under 3 minutes, which is kind of ridiculous. Michael Shane retained the X Division title against Christopher Daniels by disqualification, and he was busted open hard way on those steel steps, and it turned into a bloodbath.
Yes, it did.
Which is insane. 3 Live Crew defeated America's Most Wanted, and they were defending their newly won NWA World Tag Team titles. The Gathering, which was CM Punk and Julio De Niro, defeated Kevin Northcutt and Legend. Chris Sabin defeated Shane Douglas in what was a pretty fun match for 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Raven defeated Abyss by disqualification. They had a fun little brawler that almost went 11 minutes. And then in the main event, AJ Styles and a returning D'Lo Brown with Roddy Piper in their corner defeated Jeff Jarrett and Kid Cash with Don Callis in their corner. Not bad.
Are you down with the Brian?
Well, he doesn't have that song anymore, which is kind of a shame, actually. But I agree. So we already said what we thought about the show. I liked it. You were more in the middle. That's fine. We can agree to disagree. That's what friends do. We disagree, I think, but that's okay. What do you think that the readers of the Observer thought about last week's show, Bob?
I'm going to say they went with a thumbs up.
They did not. Actually, the majority gave it a thumbs in the middle, 46.7%.
Oh, they agreed with me.
33.3% gave it a thumbs down, and only 20% gave it a thumbs up.
So that just shows you that Dallas is part of the Impact market group, where they will think that anything that Impact does is great.
Well, usually it is, but not always. But Dave does note that the December 10th show wasn't much, not that there was much of a response as we got. Well, the numbers I just told you. So they didn't get a lot of response. Like maybe 30 people.
Like, is it really like just 30?
Yeah.
That's good.
30
so they got like a classroom of people.
Yeah. Although it's kind of weird because with the best and the worst matches, there is, I feel like I don't know. It's like not everyone voted even on those. So I don't know. But what do you think was voted then as the best match of the show last week?
I'm going to say Michael Shane against Christopher Daniels.
It was not. It was actually the main event. Styles and D'Lo Brown versus Jarrett and Kid Cash. The worst match, what do you think was?
Kid Cash against Don Harris.
Yeah, you got that one right on the head. But that's why I
tend to get the worst match more than I get the best match.
Well, they're a little bit easier. And we said even last week, good thing that match was early on in the show.
Right.
Dave notes here that the continued low response likely indicates a lower purchase rate of the show. The trends of our response and the DirecTV numbers in the past have been pretty similar. And if that's the case, the number estimates from last week, while accurate for much of the past 18 months, may be well above what the show is doing now. The live crowd was down to 650, and it looked from the lines that about 2/3 was paper. which indicates very little paid attendance. And in addition to that, anyone with a military ID was allowed in for free. The weather was drizzly, windy, and cold, so that didn't help. And then he had some interesting notes here. He says, my own thoughts watching the show were the same as they've been for a while. They have to get out of the fairgrounds. The people just don't react anymore. He says, I was watching ROH, and the difference in the crowd couldn't be more notable, so it isn't wrestling fans as a whole, but this crowd. Granted, the ROH product is far superior, and the crowd enthusiasm probably wouldn't hold up if they were running weekly shows in the same location, with most people getting in for free. And then he continues here. The storylines here haven't been strong of late, and most of the characters aren't over at all, but there have been good matches almost every week where the crowd just sits there. Even in the matches that get a little heat, wrestlers have described it like pulling teeth in the struggle to get it. The show also feels like an endless series of run-ins and ref bumps. Of the 7 matches on the show, 6 had outside interference finishes, and all 6 had either a ref bump or a ref distraction spot leading to the finish.
I think he summed that up pretty well.
I think so too, man. I think it's a really great point. I mean, the fairground the fans, I have noticed it as well recently, that, and he even points it out almost every time. It's like, this match was good, but the fans like killed it. They were just sitting there. They didn't care.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed that in more recent weeks. I couldn't tell you exactly when it started.
Right.
But
I feel like it was definitely like a couple weeks back. It was in an America's Most Wanted tag match, and I was like you can tell like they just didn't care, and I feel like that was the first time I like noticed and was like, oh, like they're not making noise, and usually they love America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, I mean there was a period there where AMW was like getting the biggest pops.
Oh yeah,
like, I think it was during the time when it was them against Diamond and Swinger. That whole feud.
Right. Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll get out of the asylum in 2004. I don't know. Will we? Will we go south? I don't know. Will we go into a studio audience that doesn't pay as well? I don't know.
Right, and then just as like a forced reaction.
I'll take it. I'll take a forced reaction over fucking sitting on your hands the entire 2 hours.
No, see, I would rather a natural dull crowd than watching like a WCW Center Stage show where
they're like faking how excited
or like they're booing fucking, let's say Bunkhouse Buck comes out and they're booing them, right? And then Dustin Rhodes music hits and on a dime, like, yeah, like that shit drives me nuts. And especially when you can see the guy in the bottom right corner being like, come on,
well,
let's do it, boo.
To be fair, JB's trying to do that now in the asylum, and that shit ain't working.
Yeah, but he's doing it in the bottom left corner.
That's true.
Not the bottom right corner.
It's good. That makes a big difference.
It does. Well, it does.
Yeah. I have a couple notes about last week's show. Nothing super crazy, but Brian Gamble, who was a star in the old roller jam, and has worked indies in Florida for some time, and apparently had a fairly memorable screwed-up WWE TV match with Perry Saturn a ways back. He made his debut on Explosion last week. I'm sure we covered it. Doing a job for the returning Elix Skipper. I'm going to pause there for a second. And I did say Elix Skipper's name last week on Explosion, and it didn't even click to me that we haven't seen him in a very long time.
I didn't even realize that either.
Isn't that weird?
Well, why would you have him return on Explosion?
Well, this is why. Skipper, who didn't sign his contract and hadn't been used, thinking that he had a shot at a WWE deal, apparently figured he isn't getting called by WWE, as he has signed his contract this past week, so he'll be back as a regular.
Well, that sucks. I think it had to do with like. This is gonna sound bad, but I think it's just like his charisma and his like voice.
You've mentioned that before. You mentioned it before though, and I think for WWE, it's probably pretty accurate, man.
And with the way that he's like the sound of his voice, the tone of his voice, you know that WWE would fuck with him.
Yeah, it would not be good.
So it's probably better off
Right.
that he did
I
not
agree.
end up going there.
I agree. As if you listen,
And I thought the whole Perry Saturn thing was with Mike Bell,
this
not
is
Brian Gamble.
Dave has this listed as Brian Gamble.
I don't know if that's accurate. Unless he's had a couple of
No, maybe he did. I don't.
Perry Saturn beat the shit out of people. I don't know.
Is that what it's referencing?
I think that's what I would think. I don't know any other.
I don't know for sure. So
TV match where he beat up a job like an enhancement guy. I'm pretty sure it was Mike Bell that he did that to though.
Okay, good stuff. So as we noted on last week's episode, well, then we fucking saw it. Roddy Piper returned. He was waving that NWA flag with the 70s insignia on it. D'Lo Brown came in as his backup, and they made event spot with Styles, who Dave says looked really good, particularly in doing some tandem moves with D'Lo Brown. And they ended up winning that match, of course. After Piper hit Cash with the flagpole, and Styles gave him a Styles Clash off the middle rope. Daniels hit his head against the edge of those steps and was busted up on hard way in that X Division title match. Even doing a fairly strong match with the blood everywhere, the crowd was dead. So once again, and that was a pretty. I mean, the blood I think made the interest more. We mentioned that last week as well, but it was a pretty decent X Division match. Probably Michael Shane's best, I think, since winning the title at the Ultimate X. So I think that's kind of saying a lot, but the crowd did not care. It's also noted here that there was an expectation that the crowd would turn on America's Most Wanted, or at least that the guys in the crowd would, when they faced 3 Live Crew for the tag titles. Instead, it was just a dead reaction. Split largely down the middle for the match, which ended when Glenn Gilberti hit Chris Harris with a chair, and Ron Killings pinned him with an axe kick to keep the NWA tag titles.
Is that suggesting that 3 Live Crew is over to the point where they would turn AMW into heels?
I think that it is, but also I do think that leading up to this match, AMW's kind of came off more like heelish, like, oh, we want our shot, like all being all like tough guys and stuff. So I think it was kind of hinted at to try to get that turn. And I do think that with that and how popular 3 Live Crew is, that I think they would have had to probably gotten a little dirtier in the match, and it probably could have worked. But I don't know if it was. I think if they wanted a full turn, they would have done it, but they thought that the fans were going to do it for them.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, he also notes here that this wasn't at the level of most of the Harrison Storm matches, and the crowd not reacting made it seem even worse. And also they're doing that storyline where Glenn Gilberti is attempting to recruit 3 Live Crew for Jarrett's group, but Diamond and Swinger are mad at him for doing so. Lots of fun.
Well, I feel like he's trying to recruit everybody.
It does kind of seem like that, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, I mean, he basically sent out an open threat to the entire roster. It's like, if you're not with us,
right,
or if you're not with me, then you're against me. And K Cash was the first one to be like, I'm with you, Jeff.
Right. Raven beat Abyss via disqualification in a match that actually got the crowd into it because Raven kept kicking out of sure pins before Kevin Northcutt and Joe Legend interfered. Raven clonked Abyss hard with a chair shot when he, CM Punk, and Julio De Niro cleaned house to set up a cage match on December 17th, which we're about to watch today. Abyss's head was all swollen from the shot because Raven hit him partially with the more dangerous edge of the chair instead of the flat part.
Yeah, I definitely remember. He smacked him right on like the left eye.
He sure did.
Which was like super dangerous, but
right.
It's the best. He'll do crazy things anyway. So.
Right. And also an interesting note, that's not really surprising, but it's in here, so I'm bringing it up. There was that graphic at the start of the show for the death of Malice, but they did not mention it at all on the broadcast itself. I only got, I think, a couple more things here. But
I wonder if the new church was still a group if they would have.
I bet you they would have tried to do something more.
I think so.
So I want this to be over, Bob. I want to stop talking about Hulk Hogan. I think we're getting close, but I got a note on Hulk Hogan.
Oh, great.
I'd like to stop until 2010, please. 7 years. They are now proceeding as if Hogan thing isn't happening. Shocker. Jimmy Hart not only didn't appear on camera on December 10th show, but he wasn't even there. Hart had been referring to himself as being, quote, on scholarship, which Dave says he's presuming to mean he knew the only reason he was being used was because of Hogan. However, the Memphis TV deal looks to be happening, which would be a Hart move, since Corey Macklin was at the show, sitting for a long time with Don West and Mike Tenay and doing interviews for the Memphis show. I'm assuming that's just a syndicated show that we've probably mentioned at some point. So, hoping that's the end of that. We'll see.
That Memphis thing is, I think, syndicated, and I believe that you can watch that on High Spots.
Really?
I think. I know that the that USA Championship Wrestling thing that we've oftentimes mentioned, I know that's on there.
Oh, okay.
But I think the Memphis one might be as well.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Quite sure.
So you know how Jarrett keeps talking about this surprise. He's got this big surprise. Keeps talking about it on TV. It's been about 2 weeks or so. You know, he keeps trying to get people, I got the surprise. You guys are going to want to be with me. All that kind of stuff. So apparently it is some sort of angle they're going to be doing in conjunction with announcing the WGN deal, which is believed to be starting in mid-January.
Really?
So whatever he is hinting at is going to relate to them going on to WGN.
So they're saying that they'll have a TV deal on WGN by mid-January.
If the deal goes through, yes.
If the deal goes through. And we haven't heard a peep about it.
No.
In mid-December. So what are they going to do? So they come back on January 7th. Let's say it goes through. Is Mike Tenay going to be like, oh my God, well, it's a Happy New Year, and you'll see us on WGN this coming Wednesday. So
well, that's what I'm wondering. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hope they better not announce nothing early, because we know how that
No,
works.
you can't. I mean, you got to learn. You got to learn your lesson on that one.
Exactly. And I wasn't going to probably bring this up right now, but since it's in the notes, I'm going to tell you guys. As far as future plans, the December 24th tape show will be a Best of the X Division, or Best of the X 2003 type of deal, which would include the first Ultimate X match with Chris Sabin, Frankie Kazarian, and Michael Shane, plus Triple X versus Amazing Red and Jerry Lynn. Also, Juventud Guerrera versus Teddy Hart, and Loki versus AJ Styles. Then another tape show will air on December 31st. The January 7th show will be headlined by the Ultimate X2, which apparently will be having Christopher Daniels, Michael Shane, Chris Sabin, and possibly Loki if he's in the country that week. Which we've heard that rumor already, so that's not necessarily new news. But that's kind of our setting up what TNA programming is looking like after this show. Now,
I just like how it's how they're like, if he's in the country.
Right.
That's kind of funny to me.
Mm-hmm. I guess they're gonna have to figure that out depending on what that X Division title match looks like tonight.
I mean, I'm starting to really notice that TNA is lacking proper planning. Like, real bad.
That doesn't surprise me.
Hulk Hogan's coming in. Just kidding. We totally fucked that up. Realized he didn't sign a contract. Loki is going to be in potentially a pretty big match, but like if he's in the country.
If he's around. We don't really know.
Yeah, WGN mid-January, but like again, fuck if we know that's going to happen, so we can't say anything about it.
We have no idea.
The last minute.
Right. Oh, well. But if you... We'll mention it again at the end of the show, but me and Bob are doing a bonus show coming next week on December 24th. The WWA I forgot the name of it again. It's the Retribution, I think.
Ugh.
I think we might have did Retribution. Hold on.
The Reckoning or something like that?
The
Or is that
Reckoning.
the first one?
Nope, no, I think you're onto something there. I think it's The Reckoning. Oh, you might be it. I think that's it. Yes, it is The Reckoning, which Bob just said. So good for Bob for knowing the shows that we're going to watch. And it features a main event match of Jeff Jarrett versus Sting.
Oh,
and it's
boy.
a unification match, WWE title and NWA title, and also features Chris Sabin facing off against Jerry Lynn, Johnny Swinger, and Frankie Kazarian for a unification match of the WWE International Cruiserweight title and the X Division title. I wonder which title will make it out alive. I don't know. So we'll be covering that next week. And then on December 31st, me and Bob will bring you a recap of 2003. We'll talk about our favorite wrestlers, favorite moments, most disappointing moments, and more. It'll be lots of fun, just like we did last year. And if you're playing catch up and you're like, oh, I really don't want to hear about the December 10th show, or you guys skip a couple and you're trying to catch up. This is the first. Let's say this is the first episode you listen to, and you're like, fuck, 2002 sounds like shit. Listen to our 2002 year in review episode. You can meet us back here on December 17th, or you can just play catch up on the 2003 review, and you don't have to listen to any of them if you don't want to.
Why would you say that?
I'm just trying to make people enjoy.
We've been doing this for another fucking year, and you're gonna tell people, hey, don't listen to all the other ones. Just listen to one episode.
I'm not saying don't, but if you don't have the patience.
No, fucking do it.
I mean, I think there's been some really great content. I would recommend doing it, but I think you and I are going to do a decent job covering what happened throughout the entire year. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to do it.
Well, that's typical TNA fashion. We don't know how we're going to do it, just like they don't know what they're going to do.
I guess so. But I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a fun way to wrap up the year. But we'll talk more about that at the end of the show. And I'll probably actually just repeat what I just said. But I got two more notes, one of which is the Rash Report, one of Bob's favorite segments. It's back. But before that, the entire card of tonight's show was announced beforehand. So you ready?
Yeah.
This is what we got to look forward to. The lineup for the final show of the year has Jeff Jarrett versus Sting. And the gimmick is that you have to buy the show to find out if it's for the title.
That's so dangerous to do that.
Right. Raven and De Niro and CM Punk versus Abyss, Legend, and Kevin Northcutt in that cage match. Michael Shane versus Loki for the X Division title. We also will be getting Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger versus AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown. And we got Chris Sabin versus Christopher Daniels. And America's Most Wanted versus David Young and Glenn Goldberg in a street fight. And that is our final show. That's what we got to look forward to.
I don't think I hate that card. I mean, the street fight with Young and Gilberti and AMW should make it tolerable for a David Young match.
Right. Yeah, I think that's I can't think of a better card for your final show with what we have. I think that's a pretty good way to go out.
I definitely agree with you. That's not bad.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. But let's pump through the Rash Report quick, and then we'll touch on Explosion and then get into the show so we can watch this awesome card. I'm excited. So the Rash Report is back this week. He wrote, quote, "The big announcement Jeff Jarrett keeps referring to should not be taken lightly by anyone. If it is big enough to divide a locker room, I would guess this has some huge implications." And Alvarez adds that cleared up nothing for him. And does he have a legitimate announcement, or is it just storyline because the locker room is divided in real life and on TV? It's good stuff.
That's funny.
Also, Elix Zipper signed that new 2-year deal that we just talked about, and so that was announced on the Rush Report. Apparently, Bob Ryder took down an unruly fan that had to be ejected last week.
Bob Ryder did?
Yep. Sure did. Borash said that the response to the TNA In Demand internet shows has been incredible, and they've gotten a lot of repeat customers. Haven't seen any real numbers anywhere yet, so he says, well, I'll take their word for it. And I think I have a note on that we'll discuss during the show. He went over some of his personal year-end awards. So you ready for this, Bob? And I'm only saying this because it's not really going to affect what we're doing.
Well, how could there be a year-end awards when all the shows haven't happened yet?
Well, when you hear what they are, you'd understand.
Okay, go ahead.
So he says that Raven and Jarrett was his pick for match of the year. The AMW Triple X cage match and Ultimate X were tied for second.
Oh, wait a minute. You're telling me he went with Raven and Jarrett as the best match. Not best feud, but best match of the year over the cage match or Ultimate X?
Yeah, don't start. We're not arguing too much right now, Bob. We will discuss this in depth.
Well, here's the thing. Make sure that you have these Borash things to go with ours, and then we can really just rile up into this.
I don't want to ruin this for you too much, but I think that's the only category that matches ours, which is the only reason I'm reading all of these on here, because they're just ridiculous.
Okay.
Because he said Trinity was his pick for hottest TNA female. And
who else is there? Tracy?
Well, Tracy. My pick, April. Lollipop.
Oh, we're counting the dancers.
You count the dancers, yes.
Okay. Well, he said wrestlers. So. Okay.
No, TNA female.
Oh, okay.
CM Punk and Chris Daniels tied for best tattoos.
Get the Wait.
Daniels has the one on it.
He has the one on his chest that is the small cross.
Yeah. AJ Styles got the best entrance.
What?
Don't drink too much right now.
I know. I've got to be careful.
He says best at letting you know his IQ went to Raven and Sandman. So best at letting you know his IQ, that's a weird category, is Raven and Sandman.
So Raven for intelligence and Sandman for being dumb?
I'm assuming. The strangest hotel room behavior went to Conan. And luckily he explained this one. He says, Conan takes this award this year for his instance on taking the lampshade off every lamp in his hotel room.
Why? I think he started getting bugged or something?
I don't know. Anyway. He also wrote, while I would call it more German, who knows what other bodily fluid phobia than strange, Jeff Jarrett would immediately tear off any hotel room comforter that made it on his bed.
I don't. These categories. Clearly, Borash is trying to be funny, but it's just kind of like.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous. But continuing the Jeff Jarrett thing about taking his comforter off, he says, I actually have to side with the champ on this one. Take a black light to any hotel room comforter, and you very well could end up hurling on your in-room coffee maker. He continues, the most disturbing post-show incident by a wrestler went to Chris Daniels, winning a hot tub boxer shorts contest at Hurricanes in Nashville. CM Punk came in second.
Oh my God.
The most disturbing post-show incident by a non-wrestler, quote, and one of the most shocking things I've ever been witness to. A very disturbed 40-something-year-old guy was flashing several of the TNA gang in the club after the show Wednesday night, revealing that he was wearing a woman's G-string and got off on people seeing it. If it wasn't bad enough, he would give himself wedgies with nothing but fistful of underwear and a smile on his face.
I'm just trying to picture that. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, so that was really hard to get through. Those are his awards.
My favorite one out of all of that,
yeah,
I think, is that Christopher Daniels
won the hot tub tattoo.
Got tied for best tattoo is CM Punk, which probably is a joke. Right, that's got to be a joke by fucking JB, because I mean, Raven's got a bunch of tattoos.
Right. The Harris brothers. I mean,
David Young's got a tattoo. I mean, I think Abyss has one too. Does he not yet?
I'm pretty sure he did, but maybe I'm imagining it because I'm so used to seeing him with it.
I don't know.
Regardless, a lot of people. Kid Cash has some.
Yeah, so that's just kind of
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, ours are going to be a lot different, and you can listen to that in our 2003 year in review episode coming December 31st. Let's talk about Explosion quick, and then we can finally watch the show. I'm really excited about it. So, I actually have two different, just like a couple weeks ago, two different lists here of matches. So, I'm just going to tell you guys both. I'm going to cover my bases, but I think that the stuff that happens, and actually, really what it is, it's probably playing catch up for the weeks off, is what happens before the show. But I'm going to go over them now, and we'll probably talk about them again once we come back on January 7th. So, Explosion number 61, according to Cage Match, took place on December 17th, 2003, and it aired on December 20th, 2003, and it featured the following three matches. Eric Watts defeating Chris Hero, Sanjay Dutt defeating John McChesney, and Shark Boy defeating Matt Striker with a Y. And I'm going to give you these matches. Like I said, we'll probably be repeating them, assuming that they all take place, but I want to make sure our bases are covered. Other matches that took place before the show, or I should say that exclusively took place, because I don't think any of the matches I just read do. It's Conan.
I think the matches you just read were taped before. I feel like I've
they probably were taped before. So because I've been saying both because I've been trying to cover my bases. Actually, yes. One of them, like Sanjay Dutt and John McChesney, happened last week.
Right, because I remember saying like John McChesney was from the Pittsburgh area.
Yep, Eric Watts beating Chris Hero was 2 weeks ago on December 3rd.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, so those matches in particular were taped previously. So you'll probably hear these repeated too, but these took place before the show, and in case one isn't on Explosion, I want to make sure it's out in the open here. And so let me go down this list. These ones sound, I think, even more interesting though. But Conan Killings and BG James defeated Patrick Schultz and Delirious and Nate Webb in a 6-man match. Elix Skipper defeated Alter Boy Luke. Shout out to Luke Hawks.
Oh.
Shark Boy defeated Jay Fury. Sonny Siaki defeated Cliff Compton. And then in the final match before the show started, Kid Cash defeated Jarrell Clark, who has appeared on the show.
He has?
Yeah, it was him and what was the guy's name he was with? It was like a one-off. He was like in a one-off tag match.
Okay, because I know, yeah, right, that probably makes sense. He does this. Oh yeah, because I think I was like, oh, Mr. 630 or whatever. That's right. What was? Cliff Compton. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't think we've heard his name in these matches yet.
I don't think so. He's better known as, I believe. Oh fuck, which one was he?
I don't know which one he is. I actually know. I think I know him better as Cliff Compton now.
Yeah, he might have. I feel like he was Deuce.
Oh, see, I almost was gonna say he was Domino. So you're gonna have to look that one up if you want to know the answer.
I'm looking it up right now because, like, let's see, Cliff Compton. This is pretty quick here. He was, Domino.
Ah, I knew it.
Damn it. Well, then who the hell was Deuce?
I don't know who that is.
Deuce Shade. Oh, okay. So now this whole time I thought Cliff Compton was related to Jimmy Snuka, but it's not. It's Deuce.
Oh, I didn't know that at all. I didn't know either one was.
Yeah, I knew one of them was.
Interesting.
Was Jimmy Snuka's dad? Who? Yeah. Wow. Okay. He's 50, Deuce. How old is Cliff Compton? 42. And they both retired in 2017.
Oh, look at that.
That is quite bizarre. Retirement. Well, 2018 he retired. Whatever. All right. Are we good to get into the show then, or what?
Yeah, man, we're good. That's all my notes and Explosion stuff. We got some notes in the show, but yeah,
Right.
I'm ready to get going when you are.
All right. Well, it's that time then to watch the December 17th, 2003, the final show of the year for NWA-TNA. We're going to find out if Sting, in fact, gets an NWA World Title match. And then we will also get a potential bloodbath of a cage match with Abyss teaming up with the Red Shirts against the one-night-only return of the Gathering, plus several of the matches that Dale's had previously mentioned. It's honestly kind of a loaded show, like, for real. So I'm going to count down from 5, and when I say play, hit that good old-fashioned play button, whether it's on Impact Plus or in your own personal collection. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh yeah, dude. Highlight package is my favorite way to get going. I think they should have done a highlight package for the entire year.
That would take at least 4 hours.
Right. So yeah, Eric Watts made the announcement. You're defending the title. Jarrett said, "No, I am not." And look here's him in the locker room. I don't have to do it. Don West says, "No, you don't." They're saying he's going to be the next victim, but I'm not defending the title. Should he defend the title, Bob?
Yeah, he should, because I think when you promote it as such, if you were to flip it around and be like, nah, dude, we're not doing that, you're going to just piss off your fan base.
They sort of promoted it like that, but they kind of didn't.
I think they kind of did. They're definitely suggesting that, hey, this is going to be a world title match.
I think so too, but
I love how Raven cutting a promo behind a fucking cage.
It's not even the regular cage, because if you look behind him, they're in the ring. They're holding up like something that looks like it came out of like an oven that you put food on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, are Punk and De Niro holding it up?
They very well might be, dude. Look at him open it. Actually, Bob, I guarantee you I know what this says. I bet you that's what they hang the merch on out, like in the arena.
Oh.
I guarantee you. And here's Don Callis talking to the Red Shirts. There's a Jeff Jarrett guitar hanging on the wall in the background. Funny enough, Bob, I have a Jeff Jarrett guitar hanging on my wall.
I know. This is what. Did they do this in your office or something? What the
I'm
hell?
wondering. Mine's in a couple more pieces than that one, but Don Callis says that he wants to see him kill him.
You wanted to kill Raven?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I think you hear me knocking. I think you hear me coming. When I'm done with you, Jeff Jarrett, coming for you. Coming for the title.
Is that your favorite Raven line? You hear
Absolutely
me knocking.
No, I hate it. I fucking hate it, and he needs to drop it.
Here's Jarrett saying, "I'm not putting my title up." We'll find out. 5:31 p.m. Central Standard Time. So our East Coast time, Bob, this is about 6:31, 2 hours before, an hour and a half before the show starts. Eric Watts talking to the locker room of AJ Styles, America's Most Wanted, D'Lo Brown, Goldilocks, Don Harris, someone behind James Storm who I didn't get a good look at. Is that Julio De Niro? I think
that's De Niro, yeah. I like D'Lo's yellow sweatshirt. Right. It really pops, really stands out.
Oh, Punk's up there too.
What is he doing? Like a railing of the troops here?
Yeah, I feel like he's really hyping them up. Like
they look like the crowd. These guys, they do not look amped up.
Right. He's like, you guys got Street Fight. Was the Sting Jarrett match? So he's talking about Sting. He's talking about Jarrett getting 30 days off between his title defenses.
He put an injunction in. That means he doesn't have to defend it.
Oh boy.
So within 4 minutes and 13 seconds, roughly.
I was gonna say, Bob, I'm a little ahead of that, but
Well, no, because I'm at like 4:27. I just couldn't.
okay. Yep.
So around like the 4-minute mark or whatever, Watts, if you had bought it, if you bought this pay-per-view by about 8:04, you would have been like, I just wasted $10 because I didn't get a world title match between Sting and Jarrett. So I'd be pissed.
Yeah, that's a fucking bummer, man.
You know what I would have? I wouldn't have said a goddamn word. I would have Sting win, and then everybody would have thought Sting would have won. And then Don Callis come out and be like, it was non-title.
That would have, holy shit! Imagine the reaction.
Yeah, like they wouldn't even know.
Harris says, we told you before, dude. NWA's behind you. Goldilocks is asking him, who is this board he's talking about? Sounds like there's a secret board of directors, potentially.
Yeah, because she thought it was just him.
Little does she know.
Little does she know that Eric Watts has no control.
Right. Okay, Bob, we are about to enter the building. That guy's got a signed TNA dancer picture.
It looks like SoCal Val, but I know that's not her. On the picture, not the girl next to him.
Yeah. Bob, how many people do you think are in the building tonight? I'm pulling it up right now.
I'm gonna say 1250.
Pretty fucking close, man. We are at 1150.
Damn it.
What is
this
this
like a new graphic? What the hell is this?
Director of Authority Eric Watts presents. Well, dude, look at these match graphics.
I like this. Let's go.
Dude.
Okay.
Michael Shane, Loki. Oh my god, I love these match graphics. Dream match. AJ Styles and Zero.
I don't know if this is a dream match, but okay.
So they all like turning around. It's like a video game loading screen.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I love it. Tag team street fight. And there's like a voiceover with Mike TNA greeting it. Look at the Sting one. They don't have one of Sting.
Yeah, Sting's got like a video fucking cut in. That's funny.
And in the steel cage. Dude. Let's go. I'm ready.
I like that they have the match graphics like that. I hope they keep that.
They better. About to have to make new cover photos for us.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, Bob. So we're next time I see you, we're gonna record that, and it's gonna be us turning around like.
Oh my god! Get out of here. Could you imagine?
Jeff Jarrett's coming out right now. This is interesting. Bob, you don't think we're gonna start off with this, right? This has got to be just a Jarrett promo.
Oh, it depends on. He didn't introduce him as.
He just said the NWA champion of the world.
Yeah, he's not making it sound like it's a match introduction.
No, that's a good point.
He is in his gear, though. So.
He is in his gear without the shirt on, which is like really weird of Jeff Jarrett to be doing right now. Yep, TNA says, what is he doing out here now? Yeah, we know it's not for the title now, so why is Jarrett out here now? Well, he's got a microphone. What a way to close 2003.
I wonder if the live crowd is like pissed.
I would be. I'd be pissed, but at the same time, I get to see Sting, so how mad can I be?
Yeah, but you're going into it thinking like he's going to be the NWA World Champion, and then they're like, nah, dude. Jeff Jarrett needs 30 days off. Which a plot twist. I'm pretty sure there are stretches of time where Jeff Jarrett takes like 60 days off before he fucking defends the title.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, here's the thing, dude. After they didn't give the fans what they wanted with Raven being champion, can you really expect to be leaving this asylum happy? With Jarrett as champion.
That's true.
Jarrett
Watts
won, Watts 0. Yeah. So he's saying he won him over. The 2-minute warning. You're walking on borrowed time. Oh, there he is. Here he comes.
I can't wait for the jackass fucking
Jeff, Jack, Jarrett.
Jeff the jackass.
Wait, look at Eric Watts' paper folded around his microphone to make it look like a Bob Barker microphone.
Oh my god. That's the injunction.
It probably is.
Goldilocks looking like looking hot. I don't know.
There you go. Spit it out. Say what we're all thinking.
Yeah, she's looking good.
It's Triple J. Jeff, Jack, ass, Jarrett. That's right, baby.
If this was like 1987, that might be funny, but
Well, I just like that it never gets a reaction from the crowd.
no. Well, the crowd did say like more than 5 people said ass.
Well, they're being a little bit louder tonight. There's more of them though.
Yeah.
We're nearly doubled this from last week, so I mean, can't be too bad. Let me explain something to you. Oh, he said, I didn't know the champ had to stoop so low to get an attorney. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
What?
This isn't
Eric Watts knows
this isn't football. Well, Eric Watts is a good football player. His stats were really good. You gave those to us in an earlier episode during his debut.
Yeah, he was horrible.
He was on. Wait, if he was horrible, he must have been on that Vikings team, right?
Listen here, you piece of shit.
Heyo, heyo.
They probably would have drafted him. They probably like, yeah, dude, this guy sucks. Great. Let's start for the fucking Vikings.
Oh, quit lying to Goldilocks. Oh, he's taking shots at Goldilocks. Your name is no longer Goldilocks. It's called Gold Digger.
Whoa.
You're drilling in a dry hole. That's right, Watts. Oh, Jarrett digging deep here on Goldilocks and Eric Watts' relationship. You got one heck of a card booked. Make sure he got that little nod in for himself. Sting's going to be his next victim. He's on the top of the list. Eric Watts says, hold on. Looks like you forgot something. You're in a wrestling ring, and there's only one power that rules that, the DOA. You're getting ready to feel the sting. Wait, because Eric Watts has power over what happens in the ring.
Well, if that's the case, then how come it's not a title match?
That's a really great fucking point, but it don't matter because fucking here comes Sting. It's Sting!
You love doing that. I can't wait to hear that for the next 6 years. Sting!
I do it louder, but I'd get a text saying, like, can you shut up?
Right.
The Stinger, back in the TNA Asylum.
I bet you Sting can't wait to finish this match so that way he can just go home and not return to the fairgrounds.
Yeah, so he can walk off in the sunset and just call it a day. If it was up to Sting, I bet you this would have. If either way, if he had it his way, this is his retirement match.
I don't know about that. I don't think he'd want to have a retirement match in TNA at this point.
No, I think he just doesn't want to do it anymore unless the money is right. So, that's what I mean by that. Not that he wants to retire in TNA over Jeff Jarrett.
Right.
I think that it's like, I don't even want to be doing this, but I signed a contract, so let's just get this over with.
Remember when the fans were so fucking excited for Sting, and now it's just like, woo.
Well, now he's like he's a regular.
Yeah, it's like the Dusty Rhodes. Like people went nuts for Dusty, and then he's been there 17 times. So it's like, okay.
I'm still excited for Sting, if that means anything.
You're gonna be excited for Sting every single fucking time that he appears.
Maybe.
Oh, what's this? Jeff Jarrett's in the crowd?
In a Jeff Jarrett match? Are you kidding me?
This is a rarity.
Wait, he's out of the crowd, and now Sting is up in the bleachers. Look at him. What a weird picture. Sting standing in the crowd with a bunch of fans.
That one kid's got a sex shirt on.
Well, he's going to hit Sting in the back, I would assume.
Probably. I'm surprised Sting didn't join sex.
Well, yeah.
But he's a born-again Christian, so that's probably why he didn't do it.
Well.
All right, come on, Jeff. Oh, Jeff tried to attack him right in front of his face, and then that failed.
So, Bob, is this a good decision or a very bad decision to start your final show off with Sting and Jarrett, the first match?
I think from a live crowd perspective, it's probably not good.
That's the part I'm worried about.
Yeah, because this is probably what they've been waiting for, or wanting to see. So as soon as this ends, there's nothing for them to build up to, unless they're banking on the cage match. I mean, the cage match would definitely keep me in the fairground.
I've said it before. I'm not the kind of guy who's going to pay for a ticket and not finish the fucking show.
Right.
We've both been to shows together and probably separate that we were like, wow, we could fucking leave right now. But, well, we paid for the ticket. We might as well finish it at this point.
Why do I feel like we have left before?
I don't remember personally leaving. I know you went to a show with someone who left before, like, the Young Bucks versus the Dudleys happened.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Which blows my mind.
I did not.
No, you didn't leave that one. We were pretty damn close when we went to that Northeast Wrestling show with the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
They were fighting up in the Raven's Nest area of the Asylum. They had it sectioned off so people wouldn't go there, which is probably smart, but I mean that tape's broke now.
I was gonna say they had it blocked off with just a simple caution tape.
Yeah, I mean I think it was strictly so people weren't sitting right there when they got up there, but
I've always been surprised how like humans fucking like when they see caution
oh my
tape,
God.
they're like, I won't go there. I
Right.
totally will respect that.
I thought Sting was going to throw Jeff Jarrett off the balcony like New Jack, but he just dropped him on the railing.
I was gonna say this is not like a New Jack Sandman match. That's not gonna happen.
Dude, I literally thought he was about to throw him off, like through a table or something.
How many wrestling moves do you think we're gonna get in this match? None?
3.
Because it's just been punches.
We're going to get 3, right?
Sons of bitches.
No, I'll give him 4. We're going to get a figure 4 leg lock. We're going to get a stroke. We're going to get a scorpion death drop and a stinger splash. And the splash you can barely count as one.
Oh, you went for a suplex, but it looks like Sting's going to counter. There's one.
What a counter by Sting today.
All right, how about this? How many wrestling moves are we going to get in the ring?
2.
How is the referee not counting these guys out, by the way?
Lax trolls, bro.
Is it because they never got to the ring? This match maybe has never officially started?
Actually, that might be true. You might be right about that one. Right at the announce table, Bob, are they going to do it? Oh,
if you
my
guys
God.
break this table, I get Chipotle for life.
You get 1 Chipotle bowl.
Dallas said that. Oh, chair shot to the back. Dallas said he would buy me breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the rest of my life at Chipotle.
I'm still I forgot when I gave you the end date for that, but I'm so confident. I'll give you to the end of the Asylum years. At least.
Well,
at least.
Here's the thing. Considering that I've reviewed all of the Asylum years, I'm pretty sure I've already lost that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did too.
That's some fucking bullshit.
Okay, we're officially in the ring. Andrew Thomas is a referee. Jarrett on his knees begging. Oh, a poke in the eye to Sting. Off the rope, Sting reverses it. Jarrett comes back. Sting goes down. Oh, leapfrog, but it looks like Sting got ball tapped by Jarrett's head.
That sucks, man. That just shows you that Sting has an elephant nose of a penis. That it was probably dangling down to his kneecaps, and that's why he got clipped by Jeff Jarrett.
Wait, an elephant nose?
Yeah. What, elephant trunk? No, it's elephant nose. All right?
Okay.
It's a nose. You want to know what my favorite announcer table spot is of all time?
What's that?
Oh, double down. Oh, great. No, Sting's going to land on his back. That's great. My favorite announcer table spot is on a Nitro in 1999. Kevin Nash powerbombs Hulk Hogan through the announcer's table. And I kid you not, the announcer's table is basically cardboard for Hulk Hogan. Like,
which year was this?
1999.
Okay.
It was for leading into the Road Wild 1999 match.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I only realized it when I saw like a video package of it like the week after. And I was like, holy shit, that fucking table's cardboard. It cracked me up.
I'm not completely surprised about that, but
Sting with a bulldog. It looks like we're going past our 4 moves here. Stinger splash in the corner. Chair.
Yeah, we are.
Scorpion Deathlock time. Here we go. He turns him over. Is Jarrett going to tap clean in the middle?
No way.
I mean, it's not entitled. You might as well. Who cares?
Jarrett ain't going to tap out. Oh, red shirts.
Oh, no. North cut.
Oh,
He just hit Legend. And then he flew himself over the top rope, too.
Kid Cash gave Jarrett the guitar.
I thought that was CM Punk for a second.
So did I. And there is America's Most Wanted taking the red shirts. So it looks like Eric Watts is really trying to send the troops to save Sting in this match. Is what I'm getting out of this. There's Styles. Oh, hooks Jarrett. Death drop. There it is, baby.
The crowd's acting as if they think it's a title change, but it's not.
Well, yeah, but that was a pretty exciting ending sequence, I thought.
Was it?
I liked it. I'm giving this show, Bob, a thumbs up.
Of course you are. Sting looks like he put very minimal effort into this whole match. Look, his face paint is barely scruffed up.
Right. Sting's booking it, dude. He's like, yo, pack my shit up. I'm out of here. And he is. If you're following along at home, we're at 23 minutes and 16 seconds. And I thought that was a pretty fun way to start the show off. Would I have enjoyed that in about 2 hours if they did it for the main event? Yeah, I think I would have.
I think you would have. I like how the crowd popped huge. And then, well, maybe not huge, but they popped.
No, they popped pretty big, man.
Well, now they're back to like just on their hands. And I think it's because they realized that the NWA World Title didn't change hands.
I could see us being in this building, right? And be like, Bob, that wasn't for the title. And you're like, I have no fucking idea. I guess not.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay. Couldn't really hear Jarrett talking on the mic earlier, so. Jarrett's throwing a fit.
What is he flipping out about?
Arguing with fans, who kids and
Hey,
shit.
Don't go after Tiny. Tiny the timekeeper. Get away
Dude,
from
we
me.
got to be the only person who knows that guy's name, right?
Me? I think a lot of people know who that is.
Okay. Oh, he just pushed Don West.
Why is he mad? He lost a non-title match.
You deserved it, TNA says. You sent out the red shirts and Kid Cash.
Is that security guy behind them like legit? Oh, today.
No way. No way.
Today just showed. Look at his face. Today's like, you son of a bitch. Look at
Dude.
the face from today.
Are we finally getting the match we always wanted?
He's like choking him, I think.
Dude. Moment of the year.
Oh my God. Mike today just shoved Jeff Jarrett. And then Jarrett now is clutching the NWA World title. He is afraid. I've been pinned by a WCW main eventer.
That was awesome.
He's got nothing to worry about. There's no main eventers in TNA. Literally.
Look at this. Scott Hudson backstage with Raven and the Gathering in a dark lit room with candles. 6-man, Rage in the Cage. Whoa. If Raven and the Gathering win, he gets to fight Jarrett for the title on January 7th. Bob, that's huge.
Holy shit. I mean, how do you... Okay.
Dude.
Ultimate X, potentially Ultimate X, which is announced. And then also a Raven Jarrett rematch. That would be must buy, right?
Yeah. I already thought it was a must buy, really, with the Ultimate X, but now you might get Jarrett and Raven. Wow, dude. I love that. I'm writing it down. This show is a thumbs up. And we're not even 30 minutes in.
Probably power, rage, and fury. And chaos.
Chaos, yeah. And weapons of mass destruction. Raven, that might be illegal, buddy. You might want to check your state and local laws. Burning scalded husk. Filled with carcasses of his enemies. Dude, if they fuck it up to January, after he came in last January, this is perfect.
Yeah, it'd be almost a year of the day.
How do you not give Raven the title?
I think you hear me knocking. I think I'm coming in. I fucking knew it. Fucking son of a bitch.
Did he do that before TNA? I don't know if I've ever.
I don't think so. I don't remember.
I don't
like
it.
How this recap video starts off with Tracy's butt crack right in her face, but okay. Caught my attention.
Oh, dude, I'm saying it. I'm so hyped right now.
This recap video is in reference for Michael Shane and Christopher Daniels. I'm assuming. Is this for Sabin and Daniels? Probably, right?
It must be, right?
The referee saw Daniels using the chair. He got disqualified. He's like, I can't believe this.
And then right there, boom, he turned around, he hit Sabin. Sabin popped back up. I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna say it for the next probably 10 years. Chris Sabin is one of my favorite TNA wrestlers. I think he's awesome. I was just watching Impact again, and recently, and I'm like, damn it, I'm so glad Chris Sabin is back on here.
Is he wrestles in Impact still?
Oh yeah, like almost every week.
Oh, I thought he wasn't like full time.
Nope, Sabin is almost there every single week. Yeah, it's awesome.
And he's not like the world champion?
No, he fucking should be, though.
I didn't realize that when he was Impact Champion in 2013 or whatever, it was for like 2 weeks. Or like a month.
Can we not talk about it?
That was longer than that.
Because he should.
And I also, another funny thing, this is definitely an explosion promo, right? By Daniel.
Yeah, of Daniels talking about Michael Shane. I was just going to mention that.
Yeah. I also saw on Twitter today, there's so much TNA stuff I don't even fucking remember or maybe even seen. But when they like end the Aces and Eights storyline, like the funeral thing.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking know that's how they did that.
Another match graphic, Fallen Angel versus Chris Sabin. Dude, I fucking love the match graphics.
Did you know, though, that that's how they end Aces and Eights is just by doing a funeral segment?
Now that you say it, I do remember watching that. Did I remember it off the top of my head? No.
I didn't realize, like, if you were to ask me, how did they finish off Aces and Eights? I'd be like, I don't fucking know. I would assume they lost, like, a War Games or something.
Hey, maybe they'll do an episode on 83 Weeks so that Bischoff can talk for 30 minutes about how great it was to work with his son in Impact.
Oh, like he's been doing every time that they fucking do a TNA show? Yeah.
Which is fine.
And he acts like Jarrett was, like, the second coming. He's like, oh, you know, he trained really well, and, like, you've been doing it for years.
I made him be a referee first.
Yeah, I made him learn the hard way. And then if you watch, name me your favorite Garrett Bischoff match. Yeah, fucking exactly. There's none.
I can't even think of one. Is that really bad?
Yeah. Name a good match that he was even in.
Was he involved in like one of the Lethal Lockdowns? That was probably fun.
You don't even know. That's my point.
Know sure.
Like, you don't even know. You don't even know.
I was a Wes Briscoe guy.
Oh my god. Are you serious? That might be even worse.
I liked his look.
Oh my god. What his look?
I might have a thing for guys with like wavy, like blonde hair, like Hangman Page, Kenny Omega had some blonde.
Didn't he beat fucking Kurt Angle one time?
Well, there you go. That's why I like him. Christopher Daniels, Chris Sabin, squaring off in the ring here. Bob, who's your pick?
I'm gonna go Sabin.
Really? Wow, I'm surprised you just said that. Daniels is heavily taped on his head. So that is telling me he's got a nasty laceration on the side of his head that probably has stitches.
Yeah, Wes Briscoe beat Kurt Angle at Lockdown 2013. And then on that same show, Garrett Bischoff did, in fact, compete in a Lethal Lockdown match.
Wait, say who's who else is in the Lethal Lockdown?
Oh my god, that looks like a horrible team. Okay, so on the Aces and Eights, it was Garrett Bischoff.
Yeah.
Devon. Doc, which I believe is Luke Gallows, right?
Yes. Yep.
Nux, which I think was Mike Knox.
Yep.
And Mr. Anderson.
Okay.
They lost to Team TNA, which was Eric Young, James Storm, Magnus, Samoa Joe, and Sting.
Oh, that's not the one I thought it was then.
Is there a fucking another one of these?
No. What was the title match on that show? The world title match?
Bully Ray and Jeff Hardy.
That's what I'm thinking of. Because that's where Bully Ray turns.
Right, and he's part of the group.
Yeah.
And Hulk Hogan's like, what?
Yeah.
You were paying my daughter? And you're the fucking Aces and Eights?
Right. This has been a fine match so far. A lot of athletic moves. Daniels has control now of Sabin in the corner. They did a beautiful monkey flip where Daniels landed on his feet a few minutes ago.
I feel like we should watch Impact 2013.
I kind of do too. A springboard dropkick to the back of Daniels' head by Chris Sabin. Daniels gets knocked down to the floor. He's holding his head probably because it fucking hurts from getting lacerated last week. Sabin, massive dive. And he knocked him on his
head. Springboard crossbody. I'm not really sure how or when Chris Sabin officially turned babyface, but the crowd does now like him.
Right. It was kind of when Michael Shane turned heel. It was almost like Sabin by default switched to babyface, I feel like.
Well, I feel like they were both still like, oh, nice tilt-a-roll backbreaker by Daniels. And then sent Sabin to the floor. I thought there was a little bit of a time like overlap where they both were douchebags.
I think there was a little, but I don't think it was very long.
Yeah.
Sabin's on the floor. Daniels joined him. Let's see. Hit him in the mid-back area. Do you think
There's Dallas in the front row with his camera, just being annoying, taking pictures of the whole fucking show.
I don't do that anymore, Bob?
Yeah, well, you did.
I did for a while. I don't do that anymore.
You used to bring his camera, not even use it.
No, that's not true. When I brought it, I used it, except the last
He would
three
cause
shows.
massive delays in the fucking ticket line.
Yeah,
So
right.
he'd search through his camera bag, and he'd sit down and be like, you know what? I don't think I'm even going to use it. I think I'm just going to enjoy the show.
First off, every show that I brought that to, they did not check my bag. I could have brought anything into any of those shows I wanted.
That's bullshit, because when you went to SmackDown, they were like, no, dude, you got to leave that at the fucking desk.
Well, that was different. That I don't bring it to. It's like indie stuff. Forearm to the back of Sabin. Looked like it hurt pretty fucking bad. Gets a 2 count. Mike Posey here, Bob's favorite referee.
I do like Mike Posey. Oh, what is this? Daniel's doing like a hammerlock, backbreaker, cobra clutch, crossface trifecta over his knee. I don't even know how.
Wow, that was quite the way to call that one.
Look, and then
wow.
Look at
Sit down.
Sit out powerbomb.
Yeah, you like spun him.
I don't know if they call that like a Blue Thunder driver. It might be.
Oh, okay, it might have been. I don't know. It was really fucking cool. And he scoop slam. Wow. Look at that. Oh, is he going to do it? No. Okay. I thought he was going to do the BME.
That's what I thought too. The way you just said, wow, look at that. Scoop slam is like how my dad would react.
Well, that's why I kind of did it. Oh,
yeah,
Sabin jumped up to the top, almost slipped.
Oh, overhead suplex.
That was nice.
Yeah, like that's what my dad would say if he was like trying to pretend to be interested. Oh wow, look at that move.
Oh yeah, I did that on purpose.
Whoa!
Wow, look at that!
Wow! Look at that guy go!
Look at that guy go!
Chops. Look at Sabin. He's in control. Daniels counters. Irish whip, slide through, baseball side, discus chop.
Knocks Daniels right off his feet. Pick him up. Let's see. Calling for a vertical suplex.
That was a brainbuster.
Yeah. Just a 2 count though. Sabin's like, God damn it. Picks up.
Posey, I feel like is just asking to get knocked down.
He is getting, he does keep getting wicked close to him.
Yeah.
That's kind of good though. Then it makes it more natural when he does get knocked down.
That's true because he's just constantly in like dangerous position.
In the way, right? The BME gets a 2 count.
Ooh, I thought he got it. I don't know if I've ever seen Daniels win with the best moonsault ever.
That's a really great point. So could it really be the best if he can't win with it? Angel's wings. Nope. Counter, but he rolls through. Sabin rolls through. Goes for a cover, and they bridge up.
Daniels I remember when bridging out of a suplex, people were like, whoa, look at the strength. And now it's done about 17 times a show.
I still think it's fucking impressive.
He hit him in the back of the head. His injury.
Oh, Sabin slides through, pulls his leg out when he's on the outside of the ring.
Posey, move the fuck out of the way. He's going to leg drop you.
Oh, shit. It's like Skipper.
Hey.
Angel's wings. Oh.
That's not the last rites. That's the Angel's wings, Don West.
Look, he's showing the axe.
Whoa.
Dude, yes. That was awesome.
Well, Daniel seems to be positively reacting to that. Does Elix Skipper have a mustache?
Let's see him again. I don't know.
Guys in the truck, we need to see Elix Skipper. This is Mustache Gate. We're not going to go back to Elix Skipper. Are you fucking kidding me?
Wait, we need a camera in the back. Something's happening. Jarrett's racing hell.
He's talking to David Young. I can't believe it. Oh.
Well, David Young's there. Glenn Gilberty, the Red Shirts, Kid Cash, Abyss, Don Callis. For reference for you, the last time Elix Skipper wrestled on a pay-per-view was pay-per-view number 58 on August 13th, 2003.
Is that the 2 out of 3 falls with Lynn?
That was on July 30th, so it's actually their second match.
Oh.
But that's the last thing he did.
Wow, we haven't seen him since August? Oh. All right, last week, the tag title match. B.G. James was in the sharpshooter. Chris Harris, the referee, of course, knocked out. Gilberty with a chair shot.
Let me give you a note during this video package here, Bob.
Hit me with it.
Because I've been having so much fun, I don't even know what my notes are at this point.
Oh, I haven't been doing indie notes, so that's okay.
Okay, you can hit us with that after I give you a note here. I'm going to save that one because actually that guy's on our show.
Okay.
The TNA Video on Demand experiment, which allowed for $6.95 to purchase any TNA show for the video through a computer. All shows are available, but nothing more recent than 45 days ago. Got off the block successful. There were about 400 orders from around the world for the first 3 days or so.
How many? 400?
Yep.
Oh.
Looks like we're going to this Nashville Street Fight. Glenn Gilberty, David Young, coming out with trash cans.
And you said it was how much? It was $6.95?
Yep. Are you doing math for us?
Am I doing what?
Math?
Oh, I can. Here, let me do that.
I figured that's why.
I'll do that, and I'll do indie notes for Sabin and Daniels here in a minute. God damn it. $6.95 times 400. It's really not that much. It's $2,780.
Well, that paid for half the roster to wrestle tonight, so.
I guess.
Here comes America's Most Wanted in their street fight gear. There's something about when you do a street fight and the guys actually dress like they're in a street fight in jeans, tape fists. I'm fucking ready for this match, too, and it's a David Young match. What the fuck? Well, they're starting to brawl, so this is a perfect time for Bob to catch up on some indie news.
So here's Chris Sabin had one match in the last weekend. It was a gauntlet match where BJ Whitmer defeated Chris Sabin, Danny Daniels, Lash LaRue, and Michael Shane for NBWA in South Bend, Indiana. So that, I mean, I think I was most surprised by Lash LaRue.
Right. And what about Sting and Jarrett, dude?
I don't think they did anything.
Oh, okay.
Those guys very seldomly ever, like Jarrett especially, very seldomly ever have.
I know, it was a joke.
No,
what about any of these guys in the ring here?
Well, hang on a minute. I got to do Christopher Daniels.
Oh, I just assumed he didn't have anything.
No, Christopher Daniels, he did. On December 13th, he lost to AJ Styles for Jersey All-Pro in Rahway, New Jersey.
Wow. I'm surprised he did any other work with the injury with his head.
You know what? That's a good point. And I don't think I've watched that Jersey All-Pro match. So I'll have to maybe pop that in and see if his head is taped up.
Huge crossbody by Harris.
Or are we getting bamboozled into thinking that? AMW, they did not have any.
They seem to not do a lot of indie dates either.
They really don't. That's why a lot of times I don't check. I check guys that I know are going to be on the indies. Let's see. Disco might have done something. Let's see here.
I feel like he doesn't do a lot either.
I lied. He didn't do anything. Okay. Disco's next indie date is not until March. So.
Wow. Okay.
at least on Cage Match, he might have.
That's fair. That's fair.
But on Cage Match history, he's not done anything.
Do you like David Young's like tank top with the little tiny Spider-Man logo?
I don't like anything about David Young.
Poor guy.
David Young doesn't have any indie notes either. So
David Young. I don't mean to insult David Young too much right now because I don't feel like I hate him this much, but he just reminds me of like if you go to like your local indie show, there's got to be at least one dad wrestling. 146-year-old dad who only is like a construction worker. He doesn't really do a lot, and that's David Young.
Wow, that's fucking mean, dude.
Like David Young is like a much better Rob Cook. Bob would get that reference.
Okay, here's the thing. As much as I am bored by David Young, let's not put him in the same sentence.
Well, I know. But I'm talking about that type of, like when I go to an indie show, it's like, oh, that guy. It's like, that's David Young for me.
Well, Robert Cook doesn't even come across like a construction worker or whatever you said. He's more like a bowling alley like repairman.
Oh my god! America's Most Wanted got a ladder involved, and they almost got a drop kicked into him. But David Young, they lifted it up. He slipped underneath, and then they hit him with it. Holy shit, Bob. Okay, I take back what I said. But to me, he's just there. And he's going to be here for a lot longer than you'd think.
It's amazing how long he is there for, as he just got catapulted into a ladder.
There's actually a couple people who stay here for like 3 more years at least, and I'm very impressed by a lot of the names. But
there's a lot of people there longer than guys that you would think would be long-term TNA guys.
Right.
Like Chris Harris. You would think Chris Harris would be there fucking forever. But he's not.
No, he wants to go to be an ECW star, dude.
Oh, let's not bring that up. Knock, knock. Who's there? Braden Walker. Braden Walker, who I'm going to knock your brains out.
Have you seen the best of Braden Walker? Like
the YouTube video is fucking amazing.
There's so just James Storm smashed a ladder with a chair into David Young's balls. He's done. He's knocked out. Chris Harris is fighting with Gilberti near one of the dancers' cages, and now he slams him on the guardrail.
Who's the cage girl there?
I have no idea.
I miss when they would go to the cage girls and just zoom in on their butts while they were like, go to these indie shows at your local convention.
Oh, and they'd keep us like busy for a minute while they were pretending to hear about the indie shows.
Yeah.
That's actually, now that you say that though, Bob, that's a really great observation because they're not advertising NWA shows like that anymore.
Yeah. They don't even like mention it. They don't even have like, you would think maybe during a match they'd have a scroll or something, but they got nothing.
Right. Poor David Young just had a fucking Mountain Dew dumped on him by James Storm. That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
I'd hate to like get a fucking soda dumped on me while I'm wrestling. Oh my god.
Did I ever tell you the story about with LaFlair at Buffalo Wild Wings?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so it was me, LaFlair, my other buddy Tony. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings for a UFC fight. And this guy got knocked out, or I think it was Forrest Griffin or something like that. And we were mocking how we got knocked out, right? Well, LaFlair like overdoes it and he spills a Sprite all over me. Right? And I'm not kidding you. I had just gotten new jeans like 6 hours ago.
Oh my god.
And they dumped all over my new jeans. It's not a big deal. Right?
It's Sprite at least. At least it's not something that can see.
Right. And like the show, like the pay-per-view was over. So it was not a big deal. But what pissed me off is LaFlair looks at me and he goes, "Don't be a bitch." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Dude, if you just said like do my bad, it's over. Like I don't care." But you like, "Don't be a bitch." What?
I'm surprised you didn't punch him.
I should have. But what's funny is like this was like fucking 2008 or something like that. So sometimes the springboard moonsault there by David Young on Storm, who was on a ladder over the middle rope.
Exactly. That was nice.
Well, sometimes like we'll bring it up, and I'll be like, "Remember when you told me don't be a bitch?" And they're like, "Yeah." They'll be like, "Yeah, I don't know what the hell I was thinking." He's like, why would I say that?
That's awesome. That's a good story. We also got a table set up ringside, and Harris looks like he's about to powerbomb. Gilberti threw it, but David Young stops it. This has not been a bad like brawling street fight.
Speaking of LaFleur, he just texted me.
Just text him back right now and say, "Don't be a bitch." Seems that Gilberti and Young have the upper hand currently.
I did. So he sent me a picture of basically my profile picture of me holding my nephew, and I said, "Don't be a bitch," and he'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Gilberti trying to figure out which corner to set the ladder up, and there we go. He picked one. Gilberti and Young both have Chris Harris. Looks like they're going to whip him. Oh, Harris reverses it. Double clothesline. Nice counter. Crowd is on their feet. Almost all of them. They're cheering loud for this. They're having a lot of fun.
I'm going to say this is not a bad street fight.
No, it's not. And honestly, the people involved, it makes sense. I mean, Gilberti's been a thorn in the side of AMW for a long time.
Yes, this is the proper usage of the stipulation, I think.
Oh, ladder into Chris Harris by both Young and Gilberti. Going for the cover. Nope. That's a 2 count.
I like how Gilberti's street fight clothes is basically like an Abercrombie shirt.
Right. It's the Brooklyn, and he's got his like little pants on with his like big boots.
Yeah, and like David Young has like a tank top he got from Hot Topic.
He might have made that one himself, dude. There's such a small Spider-Man like Venom logo in the middle. It's so ridiculous, and it's like very low. It's a very weird muscle shirt.
Yeah, being worn by a guy that isn't really a muscle guy.
Oh,
I thought he was going to put him to the table.
So did I, but he's just slammed David Young on the floor right in front of it. Oh, but look, here's Harris. So it looks like David Young may be going through the table momentarily.
Don't do it, David. Get out of the way. Roll.
Are they going to do what I think they're going to do? Oh, no. Oh, Harris is holding him down, so this is different. Jamie Storm doesn't seem like the kind of guy to jump off the top rope through a table.
I feel like this is something Harris would do.
Right. Gilberti from behind, though.
Oh. Gilberti, always the buzzkill.
He hesitated. He took too long, probably because he's not usually the guy who does that. But it's a good point. Gilberti sets up the ladder in a different corner now. And Harris lines him up. Oh, fuck. Spears Gilberti right into it wicked hard.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck was that?
Well, he just did a flipping senton through the table on David Young, got the 3 count.
Oh, he did a fucking swanton bomb off the top rope to the floor onto David Young through a fucking table. James Storm.
Yeah.
Is he like in fear of losing his job or something? What the hell was that?
I don't know. That was pretty impressive, though. That's not something you see James Storm do like ever.
No.
Oh, fucking A. The red shirt's killing our vibe here.
Boner killer.
I would say that normally a street fight is not false count anywhere generally, but you know what?
That's what I was also thinking.
But you know what? I'm not even going to complain because I really like the finish of that match.
I thought that was a good street fight.
It was. If you're following along, we're at 52 minutes and 47 seconds now. They're handcuffing or trying to handcuff Harris around the top turnbuckle, which looks kind of painful.
Yeah, that is not the ideal.
He's the fat flash. After we break from this match, if there's a package or something, I'll give you some more notes. I don't have a ton, so it's not like I'm missing out here. But James Storm, super kick on Kevin Northcutt. Oh, fucking A. Jeff Jarrett's out here. Hits James Storm from behind. And now with the chair. Someone else has got to be coming out right now, right?
Oh. See, now they're going to take out all the people that are not with them.
Right. That's the whole point here.
And
look at Jarrett taking care of him. He flipped the chair the other way, so it's not the dangerous side.
That's good. See, he cares. So this is something I know we just saw one like 3 months ago, as we got a Spike Pile driver onto
the chair. Yeah.
This would for sure set up a fucking war games, right?
Right, exactly. And look at this. Harris.
This is okay. Now hang on a minute.
Oh my
Jarrett
God!
just broke the guitar over Chris Harris. Could this be a fucking thing? Jarrett and Harris, because he put him in the corner like that and did that to his buddy.
I mean, that's quite the setup.
That could be a feud.
They're sending us to the back. Scott Hudson.
I liked that whole segment.
I did too, and I didn't think I was going to. Tag team dream match against Diamond and Swinger.
I don't know if I buy into this whole dream match thing. I think that's a bit of a stretch.
Wait a second. The one who gets the fall gets their dream match, and they both have the eyes on the world title. So someone gets a title match. Whoever gets the pin. They're saying if D'Lo gets it or AJ Styles. So someone gets a title match out of this.
Well, what if Swinger and Diamond win?
They might want the tag team titles. This kind of sounds like they can get any.
Fuck it. I hope Simon Diamond wins, and he's like, "Hey Jeff, I'm coming for your belt."
Right. Me too.
Fuck you. And then I want Swinger to be like, "I'm going for the X Division Championship. Put me in Ultimate X."
Scott Hudson always looks like he's listening so intently. Like
he's like Mike TNA.
I was just gonna say he's like Mike TNA.
Yeah.
He definitely has picked up on those mannerisms from TNA. Absolutely.
He had to.
Title shot. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, gotta do my head bob.
Well, here comes Swinger and Diamond, it looks like. You don't want to with. Wait. Yep, championship match of their choice. JB just said it over the speaker.
Okay, so. Okay. I am willing to think. There's 3 things that could happen off this show, and I'm kind of interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the night, there could be a potential of, let's assume AJ Styles gets the pin here.
Right.
Okay, so he'll have another fucking title match against Jeff Jarrett. By the last segment, Chris Harris or James Storm could get thrown into one at some point. And at the end of the show, Raven could get a title match on January 7th.
Yeah,
if he were to win. Now, heading into this show, we were like, there's no fucking challengers for Jeff Jarrett. At the end of the show, there could potentially be 3.
Yeah.
That's pretty important, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot that could happen. I think they're I think they're realizing that they were stuck in a corner and they need some options, and I think we're creating those options.
Yeah.
Oh, D'Lo's in the ring now, but as Styles makes his entrance here, I got a small note I can read. And then it's that Star World renewed its deal for a second year, and this station is what is reaching in Asia and the Middle East, and fans in Israel with a satellite are also able to see the show. So a lot of people across the world still have access to TNA wrestling.
Well, that's good. Here's an indie note for AJ Styles. Okay. On December 12th, he lost to Colt Cabana in a match for the IWC Super Indie Championship at IWC Call to Arms in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. And that's a show I'm actually planning on reviewing soon. So that should be fun to eventually check out here. Let's see if D'Lo Brown did anything. I mean, I know he's back from All Japan, but maybe he did a random indie.
You never know.
I doubt it, but he could have. No. Yeah.
Styles and Simon Diamond starting us off.
How do we feel about Diamond's new goatee?
I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
I'll get used to it, I think, but it's. Let me just give me a couple more shows. We'll see how he feels if it's still there when we get back in January.
Okay, there's nothing for that. Let's see if Simon Diamond did anything. Let's see here. Ooh.
I just saw something recently on Twitter that someone said, that pro wrestling has done Johnny Swinger wrong because he's so entertaining current day in Impact Wrestling with this like old school like wrestler gimmick that he's got going on.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was interesting because I feel like we are appreciating him rewatching stuff from 2003, and people are still talking about Johnny Swinger today.
Well, it's funny because I think if you were to put a picture of Johnny Swinger today to Johnny Swinger of 2003, there's no way you'd think it's the same person.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was watching it like yesterday, and it crosses my, I'm like, that's not the same guy.
Yeah, like there's just no way. Isn't he also like 56 years old?
I don't know if he's that old, is he?
I think he's an old guy.
Let me see.
Pretty sure. The more
he's 46.
There you go, same thing.
That's like nothing.
The more that they fucking promote this as a fucking dream match, the more I'm getting really annoyed.
That's okay.
Because it's not a fucking dream match.
I feel like after they're saying you get your dream title match and stuff, I feel like that's what they mean by that.
Well, yeah, but they're saying like a dream. Like people are like, oh, we need to see this tag match. Like, no.
Well, I hate to say it, but the term dream match gets thrown around probably too often.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Don't get me wrong.
Because two guys haven't wrestled each other before does not make it a dream match.
Right.
Stay down. D'Lo Brown shoulder blocking swing. We're coming off the ropes. Counters a hip toss with a hip toss of his own. D'Lo Brown showcasing that he's an accomplished wrestler. He's been watching his Ricky Steamboat tapes with all these arm drags. A clothesline in the corner. Who does he think he is? JBL? He's not.
Reversal. D'Lo up over. Oh, he drops down. Swinger low blows him.
Kick to the nuts.
Referee must have been distracted. Looks like he was.
That should be a disqualification if I've ever seen it.
We've crossed the hour mark, by the way, Bob. We are at an hour and 1 minute and 33 seconds. Who's going to get that early Christmas present? I think me and Bob have already gotten our early Christmas present. This show has been a lot of fun so far.
I mean, I have to agree. I've enjoyed the first hour.
Well, and the thing is, like last year, they did the same thing. The last show of 2002 was pretty fucking fun. So, Very similar idea.
Well, then, unfortunately, just like in 2002, they have 2 weeks off before you can capitalize on that fucking excitement.
Yeah. Bob, don't worry. Our excitement gets to spill over into our final WWA bonus episode, The Reckoning, coming at you next week. I can't wait.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait.
Just think, after me and Bob get through this final shit show, we can finally do some bonus episodes that might have some good matches on them.
I know. No kidding.
Or at least something different. Because WWA...
We should do like a 4-hour Ring of Honor show.
I'd do it, man.
No, you would not.
Yes, I 100% would, because there's a lot of shit I haven't seen.
I don't know if I could legitimately sit here for 4 hours and watch a Ring of Honor.
We could do a 2-parter.
I really don't know if I could do that.
2-part bonus episode.
Let's watch Final Battle like 2003, right? And it's like, what's the runtime of that? 5.5 hours? I'm in. Let's do it. This is sick. What the fuck? Okay, D'Lo does a flip over the ropes to the... Oh, my God. That was like a corkscrew shooting star thing? I don't even know what the hell that was.
I don't know what it was either, but it was awesome.
AJ Styles with a dive to the floor. What is with the... I've noticed AJ and Daniels, I think, they have like black armbands on their arm. Is that for something?
Oh, I don't know if I noticed that. They don't say anything, do they?
I don't think so. But usually when they do that, it's like a symbolism for like a fallen wrestler or something.
Fallen guy, right? I mean, people keep dying every week here. Beautiful drop salt by AJ Styles.
That's all.
TNA called it a drop kick. I would too, but I get yelled at, so I know better now. It's a drop kick. But goddamn it, Ron Killing's axe kick is still an axe kick, motherfuckers.
That's a scissor kick. If for a bonus episode though, we should do a USA Pro show because those fucking shows are really legitimately 5 hours.
Oh. But
what's really funny is that the first 2.5 hours are usually like local students that are fucking the drizzling shits.
Wow, Bob, you really talked me into that one.
Yeah.
Well, Scoop slam by Styles, tags in D'Lo Brown.
Fucking great.
A scoop and a slam. Well, as this match kind of slows down a little bit, let me shoot you another note. Well, actually, let me open with one first, and then I can touch on another one after. And this
AJ just did a nice like combo splash leg drop combo. But go ahead.
It's because they're good as fuck. Tags in Styles again.
They are undefeated as a tag team.
Oh, that is a really great point, Bob. So this kind of bounces off what Bob said. It kind of ties into some other stuff. So as we know, the company's taken 2 weeks off for Christmas. They're planning on 2004 being huge, as the rumor is they're extremely close to agreeing on that deal that they would be paying the $50,000 per week to air at a 9 a.m. Saturday morning show on WGN TV. Alvarez adds, I cannot even fathom that being a positive, partly because we don't even get WGN in this area, and partly because I have seen countless promotions in the past several years quickly go broke paying for TV. Nothing is signed yet, so cooler heads could still prevail. And kind of going off of that, I mean, this is all, it's bittersweet news, really. But we had the positives of this WGN deal and this syndicated Memphis show and all this. So Swinger and Diamond have control in their corner here. Dave mentions in the Observer newsletter part, another positive sign is that all the major talent was having photos done for an upcoming release of action figures. Although it wasn't made clear which company was going to distribute them, the people who were doing the shooting were the same people who did that for WWE figures at Jakks Pacific. They also took images for a video game, although we don't know what company it is from. TNA management was telling wrestlers it would be heavily promoted because the operation is small budgeted. A video game deal, if successful, can make the difference between a losing operation and a winning one. That is, not throwing in the WGN TV bill, as it won't make up the $2.5 million per year in those costs.
Oof. So
there's a lot there, but kind of exciting. Action figures in 2003.
Pele kicked by AJ to Diamond. I don't recall them getting action figures until like what, 2006?
At least
2005?
2005, 2006. Yeah, I don't think they do. So pretty interesting. And the video game we know doesn't come out till what, 2008? Something like that. So interesting.
2003 TNA video game would be kind of neat though.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the story mode where fucking 75 people make their debut?
Right. It'd be pretty insane.
The game's, the game starts off with only 10 wrestlers. And then you go through story mode, and that's how you get the other 70.
So it's like Super Smash Brothers, where you have to keep playing, and then a new opponent, a new foe has appeared, and then you have to beat them, and then they're in your roster.
Yeah.
Speaking of 2003 being a lot of fun, we can talk more about this a different time as well. But I have recently uncovered a decent little pile of TNA 2004 trading cards, and I was sending pictures to Bob, and holy shit, was it cool. One of my new favorite cards I own is Swinger and Diamond with those NWA tag team titles around their waist.
Now, weren't you going to buy these cards again? Then?
Well, I was going to buy some because you can't really find packs, and if I could, I would buy them. Right. D'Lo and Styles both slamming down Swinger and Diamond here. I specifically wanted the CM Punk cards. I'm a big CM Punk fan, have been for years. And his card goes for a lot of money. Hold on. D'Lo hits the frog splash, but Jarrett what did he do?
Jarrett did nothing. I think AJ.
Oh shit! Problem solver.
Solved. Swinger pins D'Lo. It's important to note there.
Well, they're getting a tag team title shot.
Oh, a tag team title shot. Okay. So I think AJ was going to go for a springboard over the ropes onto Jarrett, and he fucking slipped.
Dude, that looked dangerous.
And fell over, yeah.
I didn't like the way he fell, man. That got nervous.
No, I didn't either. He's probably like, oh, fuck.
Well, then Jarrett threw him over the guardrail.
Are we going to get Jeff Jarrett in every match now?
It kind of feels like that. Is that why they did him early in the show? Probably. Look, yeah, I mean, fucking Styles is probably scared shitless. He's moving and stuff, though. He's good.
I'm honestly shocked that Diamond and the Swinger won that.
Me too.
Oh, here's Loki. Hello, Scott. Michael Shane.
Oh my god.
In moments you will find out.
It is not the size of the fighter.
It's the size of the fight. Be ready.
Someone's yelling.
Loki!
What time is it? It's prime time. Triple X back together.
Reunion. I know the Daniels hit you in the head with the chair, but forget that, brother.
Oh, look, Daniels can't be trusted. Triple X is dead. Whoop, he grabs him. Key. You can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. And we're family. Really?
Okay, well, that's dramatic.
Wow.
2 weeks ago, Loki, Fallen Angel, Kid Cash, winner receives X Division title shot. You'll remember Loki won, but then was brutally attacked backstage by Christopher Daniels.
Do you like the sound effect they just did when they were showing
the sound effects on the knee strikes?
I was hoping they were going to do a crashing sound with that key.
Yeah, you would think. You're going to do it like a little fucking squirt gun noise. There it is. Later that night, Daniel's smashing a chair. And now Elix Skipper's trying to be like, we're family and family fight. And I don't know about you, Dallas, but when it comes to family, I've definitely put their head between a chair and then proceeded to hit it with another chair. Right.
Dude, these fucking match graphics, dude. I love them.
I like them too. X Division Championship. Here we go. We're at 1 hour. What is that? 11 minutes and 57 seconds.
That's right. Couldn't Shane continue his record reign? 18 weeks and counting. Rightful number one contender gets his title shot finally. Rumors of Ultimate X2 Impact Division. Well, it's not a rumor. They announced it like 2 weeks ago.
Definitely announced as official.
If it becomes a reality.
What do you mean if?
They already announced it.
Is Shane Douglas coming out with Michael Shane, you think, this week?
Well, I think he's has to.
He might even come out to Shane Douglas music.
Oh, that's a good point.
Let's see if Loki did anything.
I feel like he always does.
Well, first let me check Michael Shane because he's first up in my my tabs here.
Look at the TNA calendar girl holding up June. I think that's me.
It's probably her.
He's coming out with Tracy, whose pants may or may not rip again tonight. We'll find out.
Yeah, who knows? The only thing with Michael Shane was he was involved in that gauntlet that I mentioned earlier. So not really that. And then let's see what Loki was doing. Go here. Damn it. I never guess right on what page it's on. All right, Loki was with 0-1 over the weekend. I don't know who that is. He defeated some guy named Van Sack Acid on December 11th. And then he teamed up with the Predator, which was Sylvester Turkey, in a losing effort against, I'm not even going to try to pronounce these guys. It was Hashimoto and Sakata. I can't. I had no idea about the first names. And then on December 14th, Loki teamed up with a guy, Hoshikawa, defeating Makami and Mikey Henderson. And that leads us to this show today.
Loki. It's been 16 months since he held it last. August 2002 was the last time Loki was the X Division champion, which I forgot happened.
You forgot he was X Division champ?
I feel like I probably actually didn't, but it's just been so long. From San Antonio, Texas. Been champion since the Ultimate X1. Longest reigning X Division champion.
Michael
Shane, the cousin. Shawn Michaels.
Michael Shane.
He's been one fortunate son of a gun, like Tenay says. This should be a fine X Division title match. I'm looking forward to it. Bell rings. Loki is freaking ready. But is Michael Shane? Who's going to walk out with the title? I don't know. We're getting each other's faces. Mike Posey's like, guys, get it on.
I'm rooting for Brandon.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Oh,
and that's not a political reference. That's a reference to Loki.
Yes. Trading chops. Loki gets hit on the top turnbuckle, grinds his face across the ropes.
Tours.
What do you think about Elix Skipper trying to get Triple X back together? How do you feel about that?
What was that?
How do you feel about Skipper trying to get Triple X back together?
I would be fine if it's just him and Daniels.
You think it's not worth getting Loki involved?
I mean, fucking Daniels just smashed him in the head with a chair 2 weeks ago. Why would the guy then be like, hey, dude? Bros.
Because they're family.
Again, I don't think that makes much sense. Wrestling in general makes no sense because...
Exactly.
Like for instance, this is one of my go-to references, but fucking when Rikishi ran over Stone Cold Steve Austin because Triple H told him to do it, and then a year later, Triple H and Steve Austin are like, we're friends. So you tried to kill me,
right?
What are you talking about? And then when Lita and Kane.
Oh, leading Kane's a good one.
Kane abducted her. I think technically raped her. And then she was pregnant.
I think it was very heavily hinted at that is what happened.
Yeah, and then she was like, all right, Kane, we're cool. And then Snitsky's like, it wasn't my fault. And he fucking killed, hurt Lita where she had a miscarriage or something. And it was like, what is going on? I don't understand how any of this makes sense.
Is that peak wrestling, as a drama?
Oh my god, yeah.
You saying that, dude, is what are we watching?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I think that starts off with the Katie Vick shit.
Mm-hmm.
When it's what, Kane? What?
What did
you
do?
Talking about? What? When did this happen? Were you wearing a mask when you fucking had a car accident? What are you talking about?
Ooh, Michael Shane. Oh, the dragon clutch over the rope, but Tracy's grabbing the foot of Loki.
Tracy with an eye.
Or Tracy I. Taylor, Tet. So that didn't officially say that, but oh my god.
Brandon
Gets whacked off the apron and he flies.
Yeah, he does not look happy with himself because he's currently holding his arm saying, "Oh shit, fuck." Or
remember, that
actually,
might
could
be
he be saying more like, "Oh shit, fuck"?
that might be the shoulder that he had in a sling. I can't remember exactly which one it was.
Oh yeah, you might be right. And Michael Shane, that guy did not even budge. That guy,
because he's bigger than him.
He did not even flinch. I fucking love it. Michael Shane tries to intimidate a fucking 6'8" giant wearing a Napoleon Dynamite type of shirt as if he was gonna punch him, and he looked like the guy in Happy Gilmore when Shooter McGavin tries to intimidate him, and he's just like, no.
That's funny.
I don't think so, Shooter.
As we're just trading some blows here, I got another note for you that relates to Michael Shane. Apparently, the relationship with AAA is already started to get strained.
Oh,
Michael
God.
Shane and David Young still hadn't got paid for their appearance on the November 29th AAA Big Show, and that show sold out 18,000 seats. Now, if you remember, Bob, in addition, TNA had asked AAA for the footage of Michael Shane in the ring before the big crowd to put him over more, and they wanted to show that footage for the December 10th show, but the footage never arrived.
Great. So does that mean that it's over?
It's strained, man. We're not really happy with AAA.
How much would they have to pay them?
Good question.
On a sold, and you're not even paying them on a sold out 18,000 seat venue.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Tracy grabbing the leg again.
She almost fell off her top there.
I was just gonna say that. Loki gets kicked off the apron again.
Well, you know what? And if you want to see Tracy out of her top, if you just Google Tracy Brooks, Playboy, I think you'll be able to do that.
And I believe she's wearing a TNA wrestling shirt in some of the photos.
It was good marketing.
I'd freaking say so.
Yeah.
If I was a wrestling fan and I bought a Playboy magazine, I open it up and I see a girl and it's like it says blah 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 wrestling, I'd be like, what company is that? I probably should check it out.
I don't think I would.
I'd at least look.
I don't think so.
Well,
if I let's say I got a Playboy today, and I know like they've changed where it's like not really nude anymore.
No, that's not true. They went back.
They did go back?
That's what I read. I don't buy them, but
All right, well, I might have to renew my subscription. Anyway, if I were to open up a Playboy and then there was like a MLW Fusion ad on a girl's fucking taint, I don't think I'm going to go ahead and then check out MLW.
First off, I said t-shirt.
Well, that's what I think about MLW. They're the taint of professional wrestling.
Oh my god. What the fuck? What is happening on the show right now?
Fuck you, Corbauer.
Hey, yeah, you.
I got a surprise this week, guys. Oh God.
Well, let's be real. Court Bauer is definitely the new Dixie Carter in wrestling,
He
and by
is.
that, the teasing of the surprises.
Right. Not that they don't deliver. It's just that there's always a fucking surprise.
Right. I believe that Conrad has also like kind of joked with Jeff Jarrett about changing the landscape of the business.
Oh yeah, he has.
Which I think is awesome because it's.
And Jeff even said like it got to a point where it was diminished value because they did it a lot.
Right. Shane with some chops. He's doing another like stretching out Loki. He's getting quite the upper hand on Loki in this match, man.
He has like a different level of aggression, but I'm thinking it's because he knows he's in there against Loki, and Loki will do shit like that, like chop you really hard,
Like this, yeah.
and like kick you really hard. So he's probably got to like do that.
No, that's a good point. Look at these chops.
Dude, these are like almost popping my ear. That's how loud.
Yeah, those are vicious. Comes back with an elbow.
Loki looks like he's pissed.
Oh, beautiful kick.
That was nice.
The boyhood dream is about to be crushed here tonight, Bob.
I feel like XPW has more value in wrestling than MLW.
Wow. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, springboard kick. That was nice.
That was a really nice kick. I don't want to talk about MLW too much, mostly because I don't know where to fucking watch it, and I don't really know much about it.
Well, here's the thing. So it's
But-
on like Beyond or something sports, Bein Sports or something.
Oh yeah, Be in Sports, yeah.
Yeah. So it's on YouTube TV.
What?
Yeah, if you buy the sports package,
Oh.
which is an additional $15 a month, and I only have that for NFL Red Zone. So once NFL season's over, I will cancel it.
Oh wow. Well, I
But
just see him post YouTube videos, and I still don't watch them.
Yeah, there's just nothing there to really makes me.
See, I like the people they bring in and do stuff, but like I just don't have interest. And then you have Court Bauer, who's like kind of thinks I'm really great kind of guy.
Yeah.
Nice jawbreaker, face breaker, whatever you want to call it. Michael Shane just did to Loki out of a fireman's carry. He's climbing up to the top rope here. Is he gonna hit the elbow? He's gonna channel his inner Heartbreak Kid. Oh yeah, he did, and it was a pretty.
Well, he didn't
nice
do
elbow.
like the like this thing where like Shawn Michaels go and he goes like that.
When he does like the arm motion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
No, I
kicked
saw
his feet. Did you see this feet kick?
I did, yeah. Like he was afraid. I did see also that MLW has like an open door policy now.
Oh really?
Yeah, like they'll allow like any free agents. So I went on Twitter the other day and there was literally 15 straight indie guys trying to be like, what? Oh, open door, let me in. So that also pissed me off.
Well, you got to be open door if no one watches. Try to get.
Yeah.
Ooh, Loki picking up Shane. He's gonna hit this German. Oh, bridging German, beautiful.
Nice.
2 count though, really nice. Tracy's looking stressed.
I will admit.
Look
I
at
think
Shane's
this is-
blocking the Dragon Clutch.
this is one of the better Loki matches I think I've ever watched.
You think so?
That wasn't against like Samoa Joe.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say I feel like it's been sort of slow, but like I'm still like enjoying the match overall.
I've
like,
enjoyed the
especially
match.
now.
And I think I'm enjoying Loki's offense because a lot of times I feel like Loki does his chops and like boring
Right.
shit.
Oh,
How the hell did he even hit that?
I don't know. He did though, and Michael Shane's mouth is bleeding. By the way, I don't know when that just happened, but it is.
It was probably on one of the 17 kicks to the face that he suffered.
Crowd is heavily behind Loki here. Michael Shane got his arm on the rope very easily. Loki not paying attention to his ring awareness. Oh, Loki. What is this? Phoenix Splash. Oh, knees up. Oh, rolls him up. Wait a second. Mike Posey just called for the bell.
I think Posey fucked up. Posey, run. Oh, God. Brandon
Dude, yeah,
will
look,
fuck-
he is. He too.
He'll rip your face off.
Yeah, dude, something's up with that. And look, Posey did get out of the ring.
Run.
Loki's up. Michael Shane does not look like he should have won that match right there.
Yeah, it definitely was not the finish.
Oh, there's Shane Douglas, but Loki kicked the shit out of him
Loki's
before he
like,
even
fuck
saw him.
you. I'm willing to bet you that Loki was not supposed to lose that clean.
I don't think so either. Here goes Tracy.
Oh.
It's
And that's why Shane Douglas came out, because he was probably supposed to get involved.
the finish.
Oh, great. What is he going to do to Tracy? Oh, God. Key Crusher?
He
No,
crushed her to
God.
Tracy. No. Michael Shane got her
Oh,
out. but
she still does a face plant, and also
And
apparently
her
hurt her
knee, dude.
knee.
She yelled, "Oh fuck!" So she's like, I think she just really hurt her knee. Dude, Tracy's fucked up. Michael Shane with potentially like Nux or something.
That chain? He has a trademark chain, I guess. Shane Douglas is doing some of the weakest looking stomps I've ever seen in my life, and he's even jumping off the bottom rope. How the hell do you? He jumped off the bottom rope and like just gently placed his boot on Loki. Don't you know, Loki?
Tracy's back on her foot, but look, she's not putting pressure on her leg at all.
No, her left knee is probably fucked.
Oh, she's walking. She's walking. Okay.
She was faking it. Dramatic.
Oh, he's saying that 2004 is the year of the franchise. Oh boy,
The fuck is Elix Skipper doing?
is he joining the franchise?
No, he's Triple X.
I don't know, dude. Michael Shane's telling him what to do.
Shane Douglas is telling him what to do.
Shane Douglas, sorry.
I knew it.
Oh, there we go.
He just punched Shane Douglas.
What is happening? Very awkward.
Irish whip, matrix, clothesline.
That was a super awkward confrontation between Skipper and
Sure was. They did like the do-si-do 3 times, and then he fucking did the matrix and then clothesline to the floor.
Mentioning explosion, hashtag we want explosion. Tag's got the more for us, because holy shit, I'd love to see some of those matches. Here's Sabin.
Why Sabin? What did Elix Skipper attack him or something?
Oh, springboard,
that's right.
tornado DT. No, Skipper counters. Up and over. Oh, lands right on Shane Douglas. Here comes Daniels.
If Daniels and Loki like hug it out or something, I'm gonna be pissed.
I don't think they're gonna hug, but
Hey man,
Skipper.
sorry that I smashed your head with a chair. My bad.
Oh nope, Loki's kicking the shit out of
Okay,
Daniels.
good. There you go. Because as he should. And now they're punching each other. Is this Ultimate X?
Yeah, we are looking at the 4 men who should be in the Ultimate X match.
Chris Vaughn should be in the Ultimate X too.
I agree with that. Chris
Yeah,
Vaughn.
good.
Hey, and actually, I'm going to save it for probably our last video package, but Chris Vaughn and our buddy Rick Santel. We haven't heard a lot about Rick Santel, but I have a note kind of relating to him. Who's this? Eric Watts. I'm guessing this is our official announcement.
But they already announced it.
Well, official. Shane Douglas casually brought it up in a backstage promo, but
Yeah.
the board of directors proposed this match. It's Eric Watts' favorite match, he said. I wonder who the 2 people in the match were going to be. Why has it got to be 2? Why not maybe 3?
Well, the first one was 3.
Right.
Wasn't it?
Yes. January 7th. With the belt hung up high. Ultimate X Championship, as Eric Watts says, but Ultimate X 2, January 7th.
Ultimate X Championship. So he fucked it up. It's just Ultimate X for the X Division Championship.
Yes.
The crowd did not really pop for that or anything.
No, but well, because they already
Probably
announced it.
because they've heard it 3 times.
Oh, Scott Hudson rapping. He's down with the 3LK. They're looking at him like, yo, Scott, shut the fuck up. Tis tag team
Oh my
champions.
God. This guy.
This is funny. I'm down with that. What did he just say? BG James said, bless your heart. I don't know what the hell you just said. Conan took the title from him. As it should be.
That's funny. BG James doing his road dog gimmick.
Tag team champions of the world. New single. They're going tomorrow. That's right. January 7th, they're going to drop that new single like it's hot.
What's going to be their song?
Look at him trade the belt. He took it from Killings now. BG James did. Check Scott Hudson's tire pressure outside. Stuff your stocking with a TNA calendar. And here's a promo, the Girls of TNA 2004 calendar, available now on NWA-TNA.com.
Holy.
Trying to see who that is. I have no idea. Is it April? Might have been.
Maybe.
That's
Hi,
Trinity. Don't know who that girl is. Wish I did. Dude, Lollipop.
Lollipop, my girl.
Yep, not much to talk about here, guys. You're going to have to see
No.
this one for yourselves on the Impact Plus app.
Yeah, I don't think I could possibly do a description good enough. Basically, just big boobs, tight butts. It's pretty much all I got.
October. That's my girl, April, on October. That's right.
Great.
Best month out of the year.
Yeah, you want to know why she's October?
Why?
She's got a scary face. All right, so we got Don West and Mike Tenay.
Okay. Let's see. What are they about to say? They captured Saddam Hussein. Tenay says, I am so damn proud. They're dedicating the pay-per-view to all the soldiers here in the crowd. They said, hey, guys, can you come stand behind Mike Tenay and Don West for this?
Yeah, are these the soldiers that captured Saddam Hussein?
No. They probably didn't even leave the county.
They're probably not even real soldiers. They're probably just guys wearing outfits.
Well, I don't want to judge too hard, but you never know. Don, let's talk about what's upcoming. We're at 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 15 seconds. Christmas Eve, 2003. Special program. The best of the X Division. Counting down the top 5 matches. So they're kind of going over that. So let me give you a note, because we already know what's happening for these shows, Bob. There was a benefit show on December 11th with several wrestlers, including Hogan and Piper, donating items to raise money for Rick Santel, who has incurred significant medical bills needing shoulder surgery after a TNA match and is in need of a second operation. Then it is said here, there is something major wrong with this story. That's what Dave says. You've got a kid trying to break, making $250 payoff or whatever it was, getting hurt in a company which is part of a huge energy conglomerate, and they aren't covering the cost of the surgery for an injury occurring in the ring. And there is a company that is and this is a company that the very night before this show had Piper in the ring bragging about how for the first time in this company, the wrestlers have health insurance, which the contract guys do have.
Well, if Rick Santel isn't under contract, then he doesn't have the insurance, right?
Right.
I've always thought that shit's scummy. I mean, Panda Energy is...
Well, I agree.
hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. If you can't cover hospital bills of the fucking guy that got hurt in your ring, like, give me a break.
I agree. And on that note, Bob, that is my final note of the night. So we are going to be able to sit back, relax, or try to, with the excitement of this cage match, to finish this show off.
They're clearly killing time to fucking set up the cage, right?
Right. And they're hyping up the next show. They're hyping up the TNA Girls calendar. Go ahead, Scott. In the back with Don Callis, the Red Shirts, and Abyss.
Batting 1,000. The only thing standing in your way is rage in the cage. You gotta prevent Raven from winning and getting a title shot against Jeff Jarrett.
Here comes Jarrett. Watts is this close to getting fired. They're really hyping him up. Look how hyped they are, dude. Gills, Gilberti, and Young even. And here is our final video package.
Cool. That means I can fucking pee.
Okay, while Bob does that, I will talk us through a video package.
This is become a recurring theme on this show where Bob has to pee at least one time.
It is. I don't know how he does it because I think I have a smaller bladder than him, but
probably.
So this is just a recap. There's Raven stiffing Abyss with that chair. And 2 of them. Ready? Boom. They are making sure you know what happened there. Oh my God. Absolutely vicious. Raven saying the only way to get rid of the 3 of you is just to put it in a cage next week. Quote the Raven, nevermore. Raven talking inside of that makeshift cage. I'm going to snap your neck off. I think I hear you knocking. Think I'm coming in. Coming for you, and I'm coming for the title. I don't know. Let's see what's going to happen here. And here are these. They're going to do a really cool graphic, but it switched to just Abyss come out. That's okay. Main event of the evening. Abyss stinks 6'4", 338 pounds. Well, there's the red shirts first. Legend has a cookie tray with him. So I have Kevin Northcutt, Legend, and Abyss on one side. Three huge guys. There's the cage. Gotta say, they set it up pretty quick. Not too bad. Given that it's a live pay-per-view. I'll give them credit there. This is the last time we had a cage match that actually opened up the show. And here comes Raven's video package. Here's Raven, Julio De Niro, CM Punk coming with lots of weapons. Chairs, crutches, garbage cage, chains, a mailbox. We were getting right into it. Bob, welcome back.
I'm here. I was waiting for it to change back.
Bob, I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. If you talk into your microphone.
Well, fuck you, okay? Jeez.
Punk getting choked out by
I
Legend.
see that they brought weapons.
Oh, yeah, dude. The first Legend came out with one cookie sheet, and now Raven and The Gathering came out with a lot more. There's an image of them locking it.
Oh, shit. There's 2 tables and everything?
I don't know who brought the tables in, so those might have just been secretly
This
placed.
is basically a Clockwork Orange House of Fun just inside of a whole steel cage instead of one side of a cage.
Well, we don't have the one side of the cage yet, though, technically. They just have, like, the weird fence piece.
Well, that's what I mean. All right.
Don't worry, we're going to talk in depth about the Clockwork Orange House of Fun match on our 2003 year in review. So stay tuned. 2 weeks away. Trash can lid by Abyss to Julio De Niro. We're at an hour, 42 minutes, 22 seconds. We have roughly 12 minutes left of the show, I believe.
The Narrow's already busted open, and the match has been going on for like 35 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, I've been actually thinking about this. I think that a plastic trash can would hurt more than like the tinfoil trash can.
Those kind, though, are actually fairly heavy. That, like, the kind they have in the ring there. So I think it depends what kind of plastic you have.
I think the plastic ones are heavy. De Niro's bleeding pretty good, and I saw Punk was bleeding as well.
And Raven, it looks like he's also
Raven's
bleeding.
The Gathering is getting beaten up real good.
Yeah, dude, they're getting mauled right now by... Look at that. Legend rubbing Raven's face against the cage.
See, now I would get frustrated. I'd be like, oh, cool, the wound on my forehead's finally healed. And then Vince Russo walks up to me and be like, hey, brother, we need you to slice yourself again. And I'm like, fuck. Every week.
Lots of choking. Lots of rubbing against the
choking
cage.
Punk with a chain. I like how Tanae was saying that Abyss is 6'8", so that means that because he's taller, he's able to choke stronger. Like,
Well,
what is
duh.
that? That means nothing.
Raven looks like he made the debut of his trash can skirt that looks like it's made of pleather. I don't know if he's worn that yet.
Ooh.
Raven.
Oh, I know. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
I say trash bag because it looks like a black trash bag.
Isn't that what he would wear that in WWE, didn't he?
Did he?
I
No, I'm pretty sure it's his first time wearing it here. He almost strictly wore plaid. So I think he's worn black like fabric, but I don't think he's worn the pleather like that. I could be wrong.
I remember watching him on like a episode of Heat where he wasn't even wearing one. He was just wearing regular trunks.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And I was like, this is fucking weird.
He must have been feeling off that day because that is not like Raven.
Yeah, that was bizarre. It definitely did not look right.
Here we go. The Gathering finally fighting back.
Yeah.
Discus clotheslines all around. And another one. Abyss gets knocked off his feet by Raven.
What a comeback here by the Gathering.
And then they all did some super kicks. Abyss, though, does not fall until he gets low blowed. And triple super kick. It's a super kick party!
And he sells it by literally falling down like he's sitting down. It's an interesting way to sell 3 super kicks to the face.
Yeah. Using some cookie sheets and stuff. So, interesting note, as you were coming back, Bob, I gotta say, I was pretty impressed with how quickly they set this cage up because the last time we saw a cage, it opened the show.
As it should.
So, I'm surprised that they actually set it up in the amount of time they did.
Well, I'm sure they figured out.
I'm sure.
Way to do it.
Raven using the plunger on Abyss's face, classic.
Do you think that's clean or used?
I'd hope clean, but you know what? If you're on a budget, you got to grab what you can, and they probably walked right into that sex locker room, which is a bathroom, and grab the plunger.
The sex locker room, which is a bathroom. Oh my God.
It's a bathroom with like a weird shower and like some seats.
It's absolutely a fucking bathroom. That is so funny. Which makes me wonder, did they have another bathroom for like fans?
I would assume they had to have.
They had to have. Northcutt with an overhead throw on De Niro.
I think one of my goals, I'm going to go to the Nashville Fairgrounds Arena, this building right here, and I want to take a picture in the sex locker room, and everyone will be like, why are you taking a picture in a bathroom? And I'll be like, did you watch TNA Wrestling from 2003?
A lot of stuff has happened here.
A lot of stuff happened in this bathroom.
AJ Styles when stormed in here with a chainsaw.
Oh, shock treatment. We don't have a name for it yet, but
no.
The torture act type move drops down. Abyss did that to CM Punk, by the way. It looks like Northcutt is about to powerbomb De Niro. Hits him up against the cage, then down right on the ground. What's next? Legend is calling for something weird. He's doing an arm movement. Okay, we're setting up a table.
Was Don West saying that Northcutt was a bouncer?
I think he might have, and I think I've heard that before. Got a table set up. Are they going to try to put Raven through it?
I feel like the Gathering, aside from that one comeback sequence, have pretty much been getting destroyed.
Yeah, they haven't really done a whole lot. We're setting up another table. We're at an hour, 48 minutes, and 46 seconds. Ooh, double stack, Bob. Double stack.
It's usually not a good sign.
No.
The only double stack that I usually like is on my my hamburger.
Mm.
Gennaro getting laid on the first table.
Oh boy. And Legend climbing up to the top rope.
Oh no.
Wait. Legend's trying to get to the top of the cage. Legend.
Yeah, what is going on here? Oh, Punk
Dude,
going up there
what?
to get him, it looks like.
That is not normal. Legend is not someone. But Punk stopping him.
He's got him with one hand. Is he going to pretend to throw him with one hand?
Oh, he pulled him down, not through the tables, but he landed on the mat from the top of the cage. I mean, that's pretty fucking high still.
No, Punk has superhuman strength to just yank him off with one hand.
To be fair, there's not a lot of room to stand up on there. I mean,
then don't do the spot.
Oh, wait a second. Who's
this?
They're saying Kid Cash climbing up the cage, but someone else was breaking the chain. It's Gilberti.
Oh, it's Gilberti.
But here's Eric Watts. We're continuing a trend of interference in matches. Run-ins.
The cage is going to keep everybody out, but guess what? Everybody's going to be in anyway.
Don Harris, too, coming for the save.
What is Punk doing?
I have no idea. Punk is like climbing on the top rope, but here comes Abyss in the middle, and there's fucking Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett's climbing up the cage too, dude. Oh, great. He just threw handcuffs in the ring, and they almost bounced out of the ring.
Yeah, what the hell?
There's another pair. He could have slid him right in that open door right there.
Yeah, I don't know why he had to awkwardly climb up and throw it over. I mean,
CM Punk's on the top of the cage.
On the table. Punk.
Oh, nice.
Leaps off the top, elbow drops Abyss through both tables. Sting is out as AJ Styles is punching Jarrett. Sting claps Jarrett's head. And now he's going to beat him up.
I did not think we were going to see Sting again. This is a surprise. Stinger splash onto the cage. Jarrett's just dead. Here comes Styles. Another splash. He basically hit him with his dick in his face. Chaos in the ring, chaos outside the ring, chaos in the crowd.
Abyss is laid out. Northcutt is up. He hit everybody with the handcuffs, which I don't think we really saw because of all the other shit.
No, we didn't. There's a replay of the double table spot with Punk.
So then why aren't we just pinning Abyss right there? What are we waiting for?
Because everyone else is up. Oh, Northcutt got handcuffed to the rope.
Look at that. He tricked him and he handcuffed him. All right, now Legend's getting handcuffed to the... Well, Daniel's having a hard time, it looks like. But he's going to get him there on the top rope, it looks like, yeah.
3-on-1. They're going to set up Abyss. Legend and Northcutt are both handcuffed to the ropes. Abyss gets to his feet. Everyone's taking turns hitting him. Driven off the ropes. Oh, shit. Black hole slam.
Oh.
Good point, Don West. How the hell did he do that? Thought he was done. Me too. Now CM Punk's taking his shots. Oh. Oh, fuck. Abyss just chucked him against the cage. Oh. Raven with a stiff chair shot on Abyss's head.
Cover
his head's probably still swollen from last week, so I'm sure that felt awesome. Can they make the cover? No. The gathering up. Got Legend.
Jarrett to Legend.
There's one to Northcutt, who keeps trying to like duck it and shit, but they got him.
The second one.
Raven effect.
What the fuck?
Bob. Oh my god. Punk and De Niro just hit Raven.
That's funny. So Punk and De Niro just concertoed Raven as Raven was going for the Raven effect on Abyss. And now they're like, fuck you. Why the hell would they wrestle a fucking 15-minute match, get all bloodied, and then be like, fuck you, Raven? They destroyed its destiny. Damn them. Well, I'll tell you what. The crowd was pretty much dead for that whole main event.
Oh, dude, the crowd was wicked dead for that main event.
Yeah. So not a surprise there. But here's the thing, okay? I thought that was a good show.
I thought it was a really, really fun show, yeah.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that.
So did I. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, there's no denying it. I definitely forgot to do indie notes. Again,
Well, hey, give us our last indie notes then. And
for
then
that main
we
event,
touch
'cause
base.
I'm a fucking moron.
It's okay.
CM Punk. CM Punk, he lost to Sterling James Keenan and December 12th for IWC Call to Arms. And then December 13th, he teamed up with Frankie Kazarian and Joey Ryan in a losing effort against Adam Pearce, Colt Cabana, and Super Dragon for PWG. Pimpin' in higher places in Los Angeles, California. And then I guess the last one is going to be Raven, because I don't think Abyss does fucking anything.
He does some, but I mean, you're probably
really on the indies, at least not at this point.
okay. Fair enough.
All right, Raven on December 12th, also on that IWC show, he lost to Shane Douglas in a Johnston street fight.
Well, would you look at that?
So, quite a bit of things happened there on that IWC show.
Yeah, I guess so.
Sanjay Dutt was on that show. He defeated Chris Hero. Interesting.
Very interesting.
And Dusty Rhodes, he was on that show too. He defeated Jerry Lawler with Mick Foley as your special referee.
Whoa, that's weird.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I'm going to say that was a good show overall.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a thumbs up show to me.
Yeah, but now here's the thing. I just said that they could have had 3 challenges: Harris, D'Lo, or AJ, and Raven for Jarrett.
And how many did you get out of those guys, Bob?
Maybe 1 with Harris. But like you have to build that up still because that's like the first segment.
Right.
So now we're going to 2004 with no challengers. I'm thinking Eric Watts is getting a fucking title match.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, Bob.
Hey, listen, I didn't want it to be that way, but I think so. And I think now this probably means that Punk and De Niro are probably with Jarrett, right?
Oh, you think that they took the deal, essentially, and...
That's what I'm thinking.
I think that probably makes sense. I don't see why else that would be happening.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're also probably pissed that Raven was always like, leave me alone.
Right.
And then they're going to be like, well, why would we help you get the world title when you didn't want to fucking be with us? So fuck you.
Yeah. Well, so the exciting thing about this is we are potentially finally going to see the Raven CM Punk feud come to TNA. And if you're not watching it in Ring of Honor or MLW or wherever else it's happening, it's kind of exciting. Will it be to the caliber? Probably not.
Yeah.
But I think it's exciting that if you knew about it, let's say, and you haven't seen it, then I think that it's an exciting kind of moment or time.
Yeah, but do you think in the land of TNA, do you think that CM Punk has been presented to a point where it's like, oh yeah, this is going to be a fun feud, or is it just going to be like, oh okay, Raven will squash him? Because in Ring of Honor and MLW, I think it's drastically different.
No, and I think that's the major difference here is that Punk is not presented that way in TNA at all. So I think that's a good point. And I'm sure it will be a fairly short feud if I was a betting man.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I think we've been building it for a while. It seems that they were going to turn for so long, so it finally happened. Did I think that this final moment of them teaming was going to be it? Not necessarily,
No.
but it was.
Yeah. Well, the destiny for Raven has yet again has been delayed.
Right. Which is either a way to try to build for another Raven and Jarrett match in the long term, or just to fuck Raven over. And I don't know which one it is, to be honest with you.
I think it's just a fucking over. That's just...
I do too, and it's like I don't know what their thing against Raven is, but I definitely feel like they have something against Raven. I'm just saying it.
Yeah.
But needless to say, I don't. You know, we can talk about so many different what ifs here, Bob, but the fact of the matter is we're going to be doing a lot of that coming up as well. So I don't want to overkill our listeners, but I do think I'm very excited about what 2004 holds for us. Will we ever see Sting back in the TNA Asylum? I don't know. I don't know if we will. Is Michael Shane going to be able to retain the X Division title in the match that he won it in, the Ultimate X? Remember, he stole it. He essentially stole it from, I think it was Kazarian, was very close to the title.
Sabin, yeah.
So, is he going to be able to retain it against arguably three of the best X Division wrestlers, arguably of all time in TNA? I don't know. I'm very curious to see how that's going to play for him.
Yeah, I think there's definitely interest in it. I mean, the first Ultimate X was fun. I don't think there's a way you can really fuck up an Ultimate X in terms of being entertaining.
I don't think so either. And do we think that Jarrett is going to defend his title on the January 7th show? I almost feel like your first show back after 2 weeks, I feel like you got to give some kind of title match. And after you said the Eric Watts thing, I'm a little nervous, to be honest.
Well, that's why I feel like they should, but then they did what they did. Like, there's no actual challenger, so how? Like, what's the draw?
I think what I would have maybe done is I feel, and just like you said, right? So, I think I would have waited on the turn. I think like you said, they wrestled 15 minutes or whatever, and then decide, oh, fuck you, Raven. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I would have had Raven in the Gathering win. Raven gets his title match on January 7th. And then they turn on him, costing him his destiny. I think it would have had a way bigger effect.
I agree with that. Like, at least get him there and have him be so close, and then they fuck him over.
Right. I think that would have been the better move. But we can't always have what we want, unfortunately, and we are going to keep reliving that for a while.
Yeah. You want to know what I definitely don't want?
What's that?
Is to have to watch the last WWA show, but guess what? That's next week.
Yeah, man. I already kind of teased it. Jarrett Sting again, dude. We get to see it for like our third time on the TNA Cross the Line podcast, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, and then that week after that, we're gonna watch Halloween Havoc 2000. That way we can watch it for a fourth time.
We actually aren't doing that.
Oh, okay.
But after that, we are going to recap 2003, talk about our favorite wrestlers, we'll talk about that too, I guess.
Yeah.
But our wrestlers of the year, our tag teams of the year, some of our favorite moments, and we're going to talk about a lot of different fun stuff. How many people made their debut in TNA wrestling in 2003? You can get the answer to that in 2 weeks.
102.
Recap. Well, we're going to hold Bob to that number, and we will discuss that in just a couple of weeks. We'll also talk about match stipulations, Bob. And I'll give you some time to think about this. We talked about, we've been seeing a lot of ladder matches. Oh, we've been seeing a lot of Clockwork Orange matches. Well, how many did we see? We will talk about that in just 2 weeks. So I think it's going to be a fun show. It's going to be a discussion kind of format. No watch along, nothing like that. Me and Bob are just going to talk about our thoughts about the show. We'll have our own personal notes of stuff we want to bring up and talk about, and I'm really looking forward to that. And the WWA bonus episode, I'm very much looking forward to getting that over with next week because I'm excited to watch something else that's not the WWA for a bonus episode. And I think Bob is too.
Yeah, which reminds me, if you guys have suggestions on what we should legitimately watch for a future bonus episode, let us know. Because I'm sure there's a way that if we both don't have it, that we could both obtain it in whatever fashion that would have to happen.
Right.
Because there's a lot of stuff out there that neither one of us have necessarily seen.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be fun. Now, do I really want to do a 4.5-hour Ring of Honor show? Probably not. But if I had to, I wouldn't want to do it with anybody but you, Dallas.
Dude, that's so true, man. Yeah. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I mean, that's long. That might have to be a 2-parter. But
I think for us and for listeners, if it was a fucking watch.
Well, that's what I mean. What I mean. No, I totally agree.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
But yeah, definitely let us know. And as always, keep up with the TNA Cross the Line podcast over on our Twitter page at Cross the Line TNA, or like us on Facebook at TNA Cross the Line Pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, TNA Cross the Line Podcast, and leave us a review. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever. Just leave us a review if you can. And, you know, we'll be happy to read your review on air. As you know, Bob doesn't like negative stuff, but I'll gladly.
Right.
We can talk about it. And if it's like, hey, Bob, you're peeing too much during the episodes, it's kind of ruined the flow. We're going to talk about that. Dallas can only talk about the highlight packages so much. It's very difficult.
Oh, come on.
But that's okay. Bob, I'm ready, man. 2003, it's over. We've wrapped it up. And we are going to enter one of the biggest years for NWA-TNA in 2004.
You could say it's a turning point towards the victory road.
Mm-hmm.
That is the genesis of TNA going against all odds. They met their Destination X. There was a potential lockdown, but they put their sacrifices to get to a Slammiversary.
And now they are bound for glory. And on that note, Bob, take us home.
For Dallas Gridley, I'm Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Cross the Line podcast.
Coming to you live from the NYC, the Bronx, and Strong Island. These some heavy hitters you don't want to fuck with.